ya ho sempa na ofanka ni bu mpodi nimpa bi ewu a ye news de ba nhyɛ da nya news bi abate kwa nipa be fa so be wu no ofa no na akoya sem foforo a pie ka won sem no ye hwɛ na kwan sere bi enye de ensi biem ofa branch ya won so da we no wonya mfihia no aduanan enwotwe 48 years ai friend say akosi baako na akosi baako no fa dia dodo na de ne pa de ne ne udu pankro no anaso do tafo a dia dodo no mpa ye kodwo kebab anase kodwo kips dia dodo na de friend ne pa no no fa blanty eton business we businessman a wotonton nema ewadum ketia na offer on the 6th March ana abranti nipa bi ekodi na yaw anaso kodi na offer bla abranti na point adwuma wabehye ne dem sonko fa me wiem no ye interview ye na ye call ye na offer makohye dem atome dem ale be chensa abrana na nipa bi abedi abrana na ewu ana ebedi ma yaw offer ya geme nkwa efrimensem offer sana abranti die esiye na offer ni wuo na chi no na e wo say police for eyomodwuma the police for yedwuma omoche suspect ba ko ono eya blanty a ofa wawi dan a wo hai ewu kumase ni fiewura ne ba na woni nnamfo bi ofa ye saad na omkuku wura ni na ne say kodwoki wi na say kodwoki si ofa blanty won kwa ne hwe ni school ema blanty wi school oba obaji sika kotoduane di ojiwe ya ofa nam so ema woni ablanty nya nkitahudi a chese on ne abrante ni bibia na asembi issue kakra si on abrante ntema abrante nso sese wura no etiti ne fa hode so a enam so man kobo ne nan for power abrante de dan wo dem kobo ne reverse ma omwura dem wo ekuku abrante no enti police for eso fiwa yi ba yi ma ofamde no ekokupi court amde no kwashemu na ofa within say ye chi abrante de abrante no kwashemu no cells wo no adechi ya police for the betu ja say abrante no asen ho akonfo ewo cells wo ato na nan monse do.
Oh,
na ofena mabushan form edi ya say eba ne say no bi a wakun omode hye na nka omode na aba montimi anhwe ne ye ama blantie de na so police for no of omode tudwa so mo ye adwuma eye tafo police for de tudwa so mo ye adwuma ablantie ne bi wu no wotim bobo odin a ofa edin obobo ye no police for no bi so omotu anamon na abushan atwen a ofa enya de a omunya ehunmu aye bia enti ene onom ye nsem chefo nshefo say chefo for monuntum na omode hye wawu no bibia yi bia tentene wo bia no yenso ye mu anabusuafo a ofa omodi ablantie nkwafiri nsem omotimi enchiro mo na emu na bibia ntim koso ofa no ensem a ekoso asante bantema ofa mede ho foni any videos ede ama ene ye abusuapani edi nkomo na abusuapani chimo kire se ofa hwese de nyoma ekona ombehwe ne nimani ye no next week ya no omodi ablantie na wotwe na ifree next month komahwe na wapen kwabea mopen kwabea finance ninsi ye police station omuguso mo hwem nante mienu aka ofa mo bo ablantie fiewura ne banama ne kun ho ablantie no omotimi so ayo mo adwuma no motimi acho monti ofa we ade a ene ye ne abusuafo bi di ho nkoma ensema ekoso wasante bantem ofa eno no ofa wadaroma
yo na yankwa hanswe National Service Secretariat scandal 8 suspects
Ofa me pacho wanka me yenhwe we ni free opreko na yiwi a de aka no ofa yemfa nto aso ofa medical ka che se mumu ofa mo bo amanfu tuo mu kwa amanfu ofa ya de ha dwo ofa yehwe boy ya ofa ani nyante se bro no ba kwa wase kropon for farmers ofa akonfri won for etimoto so akoto ahye ababa obi oye mobile money eso no fa ne wo ni se of a view of a new BC of a meme say of a crew I was a coupon ya no for Asempa who say when say I'm not no call wholesome call J Ababa we mobile money a friend say gift uncle Jenny Haniska for more than I once a Ghana born one acquire TV center be a boys in a match in the on said Dominic Wapa. Some mumu phone a year and Robert's name to me and taking mobile money for more money no almost Ababa consume mobile money or plan on of around they say F745 one Ghana bobono of I'm to say about one so among yes can you name on the phone and mutimi edgy yamudi granny and more con so fortunate and say almost phones are of a critical so almost refie omuja phones ni go abrana baba one team say we am so boys in by until almost phones omuja go no of I'm some police phone so be fan numre ya about one police station ni many ye no mobile phones be na yamrante ne dia no of amore na omotimi atrezi na be amrante no obi ano of a yetimi akokocho mo na aboama sa dwumadi ekoso si a free bank so ye free so ya tiasi mo phone for ye wiam no ni na to etimi etwa ofa
Oh, ade asem kra na ekoso Ghana. Huh?
Asem
Ayo. Kasongo.
Ofa mpachi. Ofa yenhwe video bi afa me asend osisi ai. Ofa hwe video ya. Bubuza se den ofa kai se emre bi atwam kakra. Omampani esoma soafo no hwe poema ntemu meche Eastern Region Minister of my enam so my school ni bia wo titi adua so twansu ansa na wako school mampanyimfo ne koye yes on be koye hyen mechere ye etwene de atonsu no so of motima eden ako school wo fa mpache so kai sa store na me no ye ne pa nam so
I me kaifa
yo ofa ni bia baby nti omampani ti ya ofa edemani me video ya me dia ma we omampani san hwe ni me no fo ntu wana mo ofa school nkwale ye hu se omotete boti ma ofa mo ko school anaso hu se omotete hyen ma ofa mo ko school no ofa de mo twansu ansa ma ko school ofa mo twansuo ansa na mo ako school ofa hwe nkwala nketenkete aye ti hyen so ofa mo ko school a yebisa se de ne beba de ne besi se in case obi nka se bibi nsi nanso nimpa eka ye ho nti oje papa no adwene bone ofa nkwale atena hyen so etwa ede ako school mo ban so a omasa betena hyen so etwa ede abafie a akwa rosem na ofa mame mo mu kakra na yenwu ansem mu kakra ofa be se na wotwini ana nya ne ntie se nkwala bi eku school ba akoto nsuom ewu dem sensem twelefo fa eduedi mu hwehwem na yekopie ye ekuro no so na ofa yedi mu nkomehu de nam support ya ema obetian so bi ato nsuom obi akopam nem obi ato hawu no ofa de nam so a ekofa we nyina ebaye ofa we ayetwifu domi abra me fi wasadom ye wasadom abra ye wo asante domi abra ye wo domi abra we emfimfi mantem twifu domi abra ofa no ewo emfimfi mantem ofa river pra ana nkwalai eti nsuo so ofa mutwa sal ofa mutwa no pa eko school na ofa bedu ho na se hyen na kokodu nsuo na gya egise wotwen ama hyen no ye ma mutwa ede ban sankra na wonso watimi ayeden afu bi de akosko fa hyen no so ye eba akon edoso ne nso obi oni twi pa wono de nkwala ne twa no ofa ne eba akope nti ofa we na nsem twofe kopim wa ne eye timfo bi didi nkomo ne mpemfo bi didi nkomo mo kira isi adom hia bridge kese pa ban ne be bridge kese ede ato nsuo no so na afi no so matimi afa so ma edwa edi etima fa ntoma pefra eba no roba ho adwuma aba omudua ofa ni nyina no aya aka nsuo na gya invo obi koto fridge obi koto cement obi koto iron rod ofa giso digu eye ehyen me kire we ko ka ne se hyema sema no ansa na ofa mo pia de atwa nsuo na ansa na ofa mo akokwa omudwuma entiamo mo nkwa edanse mu pa anajo awo kan obi anayele kan obi a ofa onyo obi twa nsuo no na watimi abetwi pra so be san ho yale nti wo se otwen ema adeche ansa na ofa watimi ato so ndefo ya ho se ma twufodomi abrafo ofa mo fam ewo ho
yes modesa no mo ina ba vi se krobia hye Ghana bia is part of Ghana as I say yehwe ho na obia ya ne chefa wom evi se de ya ne se abatu obreba omukọ ina akoye campaign o abatu obreba ye ntwa ommo when it's time for their kokomotri they go there to beg ubakona so bi wo fufuo kura ne honorable baji ne fufuo na wo kadenka ba we bi shedwa ye kura nka honorable kwa kotwitwi na chiama no all because of abatu kokonte na oya na honorable akoji twi ni ogbo ne ti honorable timi omu chi wo musu nyina sisi aye ntu aba no wo de hwe wo bo brebe agbon abaya ansana ni eda ne so se ohwe masa omunsaka de omenya no ansana wabo nani ba kwa no kura no gise oye ne bia to won gise asem bia sie ya we school akwara bia to nsuom wewu hyema na omode ko na ebutuma school ko eno de aban betumrika ahwa na wasoma yeso paso abohu president ankasa kura obekosi no akokira wodo enso eya yeyi me ya sure sempenimfu ahwe oh yeah omo ahwe na omo ntusu na mowe very sad very sad. Omaino. The focus is in the greater Accra, the capital city. The focus. Omama Accra ye choked chada. Nana kwambedi akokain. I say the bia mama the greater Accra no krama ya me hwe choki. Ni oma papa bia ho na some de ko. Inti other regions ni na mato mo agegemu. Na ya aban so na ye bibi. Ono ana na emsifo a odu omusisi mbia constituencies ni ade se munhwe na ye develop na omo ye foodians omudu omofu omukoje pe no akope ne ka papa bi dem honorable obana ginchia ba kunya tanga na shawo nsa oboa age se quarterly 3 months time and 4 months na betin nka bio nti ye we na ade a kire mo manfo ahu mo se wo de sa video yi abapa na mini asade ka Adam sukura akoye video bi agalam sefo a wache se de Côte d'Ivoire fo Nigeria fo Cameroon fo wo mu na ekuta tuo ne nam yam forest o bebi o mututu gold no ukona omo ogboba no omo ya Ghana fo tieno vimu tuo ba kudi makum na opa bebi afa nya ye nnemu no ye bedru ho abrana na ya nto aso
so dia na yemfa ehon sem ni sna of afi yenwreme na fa yenhwe nsema ekoso ma hye be fie of ye betimi adi won komo ma no atimi ayeye ofa ene minister of attorney of urgency MPA so na ofa bedika aka chura team no ofa dwumadi omudi ye ana afi nso no so baaye eni dwumadi a wodi ofa de munsem nyina no ebeto abonten ofa Ghana ye Ghana yehyehyehye Ghana yehyehyehye fa Ghana sheki pass sie pa sai sika wo Ghana ha no fa ye hu sika no bebi ewo sika wo ho ana ofa man no empenfo bi edi anim ofa se de oka mo yefunu personal nkum nya abro ni bayi ana ofa mo de mo nkwa no mo dwena ofa mo di sika ne yefun saa na ofa de dikan no yenhwe national service ofa scan de beto dwa a ofa omo kan ho ase bebre nam so kra ma ye maame gift aware of amode ye twen no maame iba ye twen no o this girl for ba of area attorney ye odi ho se ba beto dwa na ofa so siam wo adanse die omo evidence die adanse se omo tue sika bi of ekwa account bi ma sa account on so se account of ye mpanyimfo bi ananse sa account executives bi dia obon tue sika edigu ma ene some private account ne private vendors of amodi sika edi momo papa no abehyeche ni nyina mu ene edi a chance mtwe of dance di evidence ewo eho a papa no edi betu dwa ene of wi o manansi of former governor Edema Bank of Ghana yewa Addison of an won sama betu dwa bebre e ma minority cry press conference e wo say ai o manfo bi national security for ko bawura ni fie e mo fa won sem bebre e ma sika sem bi of won sem bebre e sika nema kra yira e ma fa ene papa yi kan ho asem of papa yi kan ho asem say wo hwe yewa Addison of a come say minority no e defending no mo kan sem man say papa yi ana de ndien papa yi kra no mo ko fa ne yire no ma ko fa ne sika of papa yi say yewa fa yoma ken so fon kan no ntum so fa yewa fa yoma ken so no minority leader of waji ne ho hini asem nso an kan no ntuma of mo adanse dia ye recording da wo e kire say ye papa yi of anuma bi a wo ye ene ensem bi a wo ye no of yewa fa yoma ken san kan no ntuma omudi audio ni videos a ewo nyina be ba bonten ama Ghana for wiase nyina hu saa sei na ye papa ne ya enam so ma ye pese kata ne so ensem bia ofa ehinta no ombe so me ye pia ene ye papa no so e kan ho asempa na ofa concerning the national service secretariat one ye yiro anyini e dey atodwa say ni papa akoma eye nwotwe a omye suspect of omgusu a omo toto ma no ofa omo hwese bibia betimi akosuye na ensema wodo ofa ese mutimi sike bia akohye ba bia na say evidence ni nyoma bi omope no of on betimi enye from ha of all this answer no so etudwa of on the same national service secretariat one na biem so was said to us omo evidence kire say CEO Edema National Service Secretariat of amutues or Tracy Kadema Ghana MPs ni bi na sibidwafo bia ne boni ene nneema bi a ofa waye no ombe kata so no oma se bibia na ombe kata so kra ofa sansem na nyede entimi nkwa abonten a eno so ye papa yi edito ofa ensentwerefo anim ofa wie no okan bi fa sky train ofa so ka bi o sky train ai se nkan ye be bi a enam wiom a che se na Ghana ha for ye ten fa na di train ko fa wiom na ye ye betimi aye ma na ye pa na o wen kan ye to ofa ye be zani aye ofa ye papa yi e de mo ato eja se omutua sika of $2 million edi ko account bi amusu se ofa enfri enye Ghana mo de mo tua sika de akoma ekuo bi a ofa mo enfri Ghana ha a mo dis kana edi akokomo mo a ofa no ye infrastructure Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund no eho and ofa sa board na director no of tua sika no mo de to account ma kwa ensem bebre na ofa papa no okan nsem bebre pa no fancy mo kan ye nyina no ba ko aba ofa oye ka ho sempa no eye national eye signal bureau mo boss anase director alpha we free so eye wura edubu ahen ba kwabena edubu ahen ofa ne de na ye kese pa Ghana ha pa ofa papa no sika ene ejapade bia ofa odi oman sa na ye wura ton ye kan so odi oman sika aye odi oman ejapade aye ye ejapade enya ne dia ofa wo fa no ofa hu sem bibri enti ofa no ana Ghana de on board of bi aka ho Asempa ofa me de document bi send wa eye krata fama akoma yensa ofa eye ejapade esusu se eye papa no dia since 2018 yoku ofa omgusom ye nhwemu nanka papa esa nkobedi kra na asset ansa kra na dwumedi dia office wo kwa dia man no ofa o me ni nyina nso a still na no ni dwumedi wo di yoku reporter fa ba abonten no ofa yebetimi edi mu nkomo nti ofa we di krata no ho ka betimi aboboso no ofa nkomodi bi ho a yetimi edi afa ofa ni asem kese a ewo Ghana esi ofa Ghana fo nyina ka ho ase
na abana sana aye attorney general okay Wakacha Afia Markin, stop maligning public officials carrying out lawful duties. Attorney General calls Afia Markin.
We're finding now, and some of course, one say, offer one say, a woman, you semi course, okay, former finance minister of Rata, and in some by any no would defend it. Ana de omunye anamunya abotre of financing you are this in thereby the same thing emo ye ho press conference kwa wa ha ana adwuma mo ye munya abotre on offer ni nyina eka ho ana me papa no e de sans ba betu dwase nipa no sei omaja pade nipa ne diska se ndi omo ni ho adanse no mo ni ho akonya se ombe ye se adwuma na fa san komo koye meti offer meti offer me ne hwi alpha me mfa ban bibia a reverse from of me adwuma wo me adwuma me ko fa me ko 10 years next year 10 years wo no fa metia me ho se manager ana CEO asoma se mo mlablo na dem hwe siska da wa offer but of your smart me dem siska da wa offer na che se mpanyfo ate bibi o mo hu bibi afa me ho ente no huni kwan se me si o mo kwan se me mo nye sa adwuma die no to fa na nam so ma yewra to ne distance na to dwa se come se minority ne person defend na afia mobua ema eye mpanyefo bom so ma diska no ofamo obo mo ban ennam so mewu anyi ne distance mu ofa dia tuga
ase Onua na o ma ho kwan se yewra Addison yenko ni fie no omko no pen drive pe hard drive eno munya ye omko fa ye se wa hu
ofan se economy coin they go with a mission. Because in some people never boba after say you koyura Addison feel of a na yet Ghana, you say me koso wa Ghana. Yet say you Addison ko expire because we share fidie bi wo edwum wa what if you could monitor the ekoso. Of I say ato be we fra ben you dwumadi awudi as governor no ya Jeff nsem de ben bafoforo. Of nti fidie na ewo edwum ho na ewo fie na wo ye ne de na wo de ye. Wo monitor for what of wo monitor hwedan. Ofa waton King Jay radio e dia mame awie ofa osi awoko Canada maba US alfa me adwuma say ofa wo mfidi a e bia wo bia wo de monitor movement e wadwumam adwuma dia medi no ofa ade no wo kwa na anse wo ba ndi ofa ni nyina aka ho ana mpanyfo nya tip ofa omonam so mutu sa na mo na of a boy nti Ghana de of Asempa atembia meka ye ne weche beka no different but mo inside no for beka no kra che so mo nka no kwenti no kra be ba bonten no na of de wunim no waka de wunim nti of yewura eye ahini abeka mo nyokra nyina say operation mo yo no ano so maaye mo koye through the national security of mo koye it of the cast and ordinary nyina etudwa o state room clear say ono one mo go ahead am koye say operation no with eye nsem bia no so say e koso of enye na emmo ma Ghana enkwere nim nti mo tu sa na mo no fa
ayini obobo adwuma pa wo mo bo adwuma mom na sanwema aba abontina say ye na wo mbetu so na mompa ama tantini aye adwuma a documented properties acquired by 2 suspects since 2018. Yoko will continue to update the list of assets, name of suspect, property, address, estimated value, description, and the comment. Name of suspect Bakuya Kwabena Edu Buahin. Angela Ajay, okay. Omudina Waso, and a property no money, number 2 Stream Part Driver, Mayfair Estate, La Accra. I don't know what you say. 1 million Ghana cedis, valued at Ghana 15 million. $1 million valued at 15 million Ghana cedis. Another one. Edubua Hinkria, Omusa Ekohu, another one. Number 6 Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estate, La Accra. And then initial cash near deposit of the $500,000 to buy 5 houses. Hey! And then it comes to number 7 Edith Avenue, Mayfair, and also $200,000. Yakoyanim. Obahanswa, another one, and also Wanya, estate Wadiam Sawajuina. Ano Edit 8 Edit Avenue, 9th Edit Avenue. Just a Daya Church Asuna Nedia, and Obayanswa, Vertex Properties, Oyarafa Gated Exit Development, and also 27 houses each. $295,000 estimated to 127 million Ghana cedis. And then Okonswa property in London 1 and also property in London 2. Adoswa wachichemwa de bahanswa amuwo February 2020 nso property se wonya ye ene sikabia transactions akoso 16 million Ghana cedi fixed deposit for payment received from BNC National Security. April 3rd, 2020, 7,250,000 Ghana cash withdrawal by Kwabena Edubuahin. And then, April 24, 2020, 1.5 million cash withdrawal on same day. Adom. And then, asset company to of 1.566 million, and then out of Ghana 49 million Ghana cedis was transferred from BNC National Security to suspect private bank or private BNC. About 99% was withdrawn by him personally. They were large withdrawals. Okay, ayo akwano we did pa abranana. We did that. Ghana, one I see in this car. Who said cash no day?
Over cash day, papa. Of your scapa.
Na say containers here na wa parky sika dollars ni Ghana cedi omuche say fake say ni na omo ya Ankomah egum.
Officer ya no na no be on the akugu onti
metu egum ni na eska ne bia system na nye the system system so bad. System honestly speaking. Yo, Abrana bibi ni ho amayenja bibi wo ho fatua so.
Okay, offer really make us so far no so good. The I reported the Yakosani pity. Eti offer some way and a go Ghana hapa make us agent ha. Offer you men so black stars so it medium kunima kan wa. Obi I can was him to offer bumpire sa de beche no. E me kase pudu a shedia. Ebeden jo ade be chena nsefo from people e bom so of beba na etie for taking Jezi radio e wo TikTok, Facebook, YouTube nyina nso of Martin se me koso Ghana hanya ofa.
All right, thank you very much Abranana. Ebusu afo ya ne abrewana na kwabrate wi atikese ana edin komoi. Thank you very much for all the stories brought to us. Ghana be ye Ghana yamedia. The Black Stars of Ghana, kudos to you for clinching another victory for Ghana. 3-0 against Madagascar, played in Morocco. Yadamo Sepa, Mabwe Juma, Yamin Shramo. All right, thank you very much, Ebusafo. Let's move on with the show. Thank you. Now, Diaube says, good evening, Abe, Brother Joe, Ikweku, Efira, and everyone. Diaube, God bless you, Abe, for your work. Thank you. Please subscribe, like, and share. Osei Kwame, Junior Despite, Alan Choma team for 2020 says, good evening, Abe. Makra, Coach Efira, Joe Ochre, Tenant, Miss Joan, Producer Omega, Ohene Safo, Mama Rosemary Martin, Mama Baus, Mama Georgina Bafo, Oyiwafa, Abnadi Dia, Frank Adani, Ikoku and the rest. K Ampim News says hello. I'll say hello, Ken Stevie, thank you. Franco Rusu says greetings to everyone on this educative platform into the world. And then also Sylvester Diaz says greetings to each and everyone in the diaspora. Welcome aboard the train of truth, King's Jersey TV and radio, traveling on the super highway where we traveling on the Turnpike. Kokwana ne super highway. Yeah, near Turnpike. Where we speak truth to power and to life. JC Ope say hello, Abe. Abi Batano says good evening, Abe and lovely family. JC Ope say hello, Mama Babs, Mama Georgina, Efira, Ikweku, Abena Makra, Mary Abua says, Abe, you are doing a great job. God bless you. I'm watching live from Berlin, Germany. Hey, Mary Abua. Bonnie Godfrey says, good morning, Pastor Abe, Miss Asafo, Mama Babs, Mama Georgina, and lovely members. Abiba Tano. Alberta Hagan says, good evening, Uncle Abeiku. Thank you. Boche Opoku says, thank you. God bless you. Honorable Ken all the way. He has already won the case. Yatisikamuzu ahochira doso. Yatisikamuzu ejuma sama ya basa. Yatisikamu ahochira bebre. Ma Kana ya media Kana ya media Kana ya media Kana ya media Aba.
Is I will read the questions, and you can tell us what the jury's verdict is.
Judge, you're going to ask the vote at the same time?
Okay. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to ask, so question 1. Did the defendant make false and defamatory statements of fact about the plaintiff?
Yes.
And what was the vote?
8-1. Or 8.
So it has to be either 7-1 or 8-0.
It was 8-0.
8-0. Okay. 8-0. Okay. Question number 2. Were the statements defamatory per se, meaning it falls into one of the following categories: statements that accuse the plaintiff of lying, statements that injure the plaintiff in their trade, profession, or business, statements that impute a local disease, or statements that impute unchastity to a person?
Yes, 8-0.
Okay, so question number 3. Were the statements made to a third party without privilege or authorization?
Yes, 8-0.
Number 4, the plaintiff is a public figure. Did the defendant make the defamatory statement with actual malice, that is, with knowledge that it was false, or with reckless disregard for whether it was false?
Yes, 8-0.
Do you find that the plaintiff is entitled to presumed damages for the statements you found were defamatory?
Yes, 8-0.
If you found that the plaintiff is entitled to presumed damages, please indicate what amount, if any, of presumed damages did you award to the plaintiff?
In total, we did 18 million.
And what was the vote?
8-0.
Do you find that plaintiff is entitled to nominal damages for the statements you found were defamatory?
No.
Okay, thank you for your verdict. Now, in this case, based upon the court's verdict, we have to move on to some more proceedings. And we're not going to do that today, and we're not going to do that tomorrow. And counsel are available on Tuesday at 10 o'clock.
All right, ebusia my ensign Ama McBrown bio na afidie yensign braj media so we abra jury for no ekoye won adwuma wie na omode krata no be share judge nsa ana judge no ready ma won nti inipa 18 na ebisa oh yes 8-0 na je say ye na 18 na support say yemfa manas owie no bisa say nti mokoye ni na wie no Sikasa number also 18 million. No, so okay. In this case, ejumano mu wiye afena yabasaba na yaba bahwe punitive damage no ankasa. Enti aya plaintiff no at the video evidence ni bibaba na mahwe evidence no de baba no mohwe wi a mama mokwa makwa akwadwendweno se ade na ye papa Kennedy akana samna wakano se kwambi so etimi affect anas ane mi anas oye ne ho hwe enye e wona bra bomu a na mo diska ne bia ka ho samosa nkohwe na mu se ade na ye papa kan kae no sise anas ejuma no kura ontimi nya biem na mo diska ne bia ka ho ekwambe nsunsanso be na de aba na abrabọ so eno mo se Yohana yate adiachi Tuesday yabeshia na edi adwumadi na ba yabo video evidence na mamo monko na momra na ni ajaja akira monko yamra mo ba ya mo se jaje ya ko hwehwe ya no ye free bibi actual damage ano ya award anas $5 million actual damage and yes I share bibi e free no compensatory damage and so ya no $5 million na punitive damage na wo kira ya no ano no yaman $8 million na no kura na dana ye behia na yakoka na ye di se ska na hie mu dadaw nti ano yakadada ehwo na unse jurifo na omobaaya no na adwuma no enhyehyɛ na judge ndema hom no it was over the bar because we kura no ebiti ono ayi anas ne lawyer ebiti no ntina de na ban sa entutun wei yagitum wo court de adwuma enye yi minim judge obaka say well after even the errors, the plain errors by the jury, I still took on my powers to declare that yes, they have awarded Anas 18 million, and that is me, judge, as your honor, Jeffrey B. Beecham, my final judgment. Where's my court rise now upon no inti yana akomproko lawyer no I say judge, you can't move this, you can't enter this. The law is speaking here. You can't. Na ne kano kana em de pa. Said ya na all stress omane hu say emra and I'll do it, and then I'll put it to you that, Judge, you can't. Oh dear, T.
I'd like to see the law, Judge. I think Your Honor is more than equipped than either of us to understand that when the jury sends that back and they haven't followed your instructions, and you can't send them back to re-deliberate.
I love this guy. Hey, the jury never followed your instructions, and you can't have them back to re-deliberate over the punitive damage again. Wọ́n ndi wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ no so na wọ́n ntimi so nsoma wọ́n sɛ mo nsan nkɔ dwendwen ho biem adeɛ na say I love this man.
They had that question during deliberations. You could have given an instruction, curative instruction, and brought them in and said punitive damages if you're not to decide, just decide. First of all, there should have been actual damages because there was only presumptive damages presented. There were no actual damages. And Judge, it's just simply a mistrial. It's
just simply a mistrial. During the deliberations, you could have even so enlightened them about your instructions for them to know. Now you mo verdict about ruling about verdict about no. And I was no, because it is the law that says so. Judge, was once a lawyer before climbing to become this judge. And he knows the terrain. And if you look at Sadia no Kasa, Judge Bibi Krabakasa, you can't speak to me like that. Excuse me. Would you look at how he instructed? No, Judge, you can't. You are not allowed to move. Would you Shenitono, Judge Bibaka say, hey, you can't speak to me like that. You can't yell on me. But that is the law speaking.
On their form, which is what was submitted to the court.
Were not considered?
And punitive damages, $8 million.
We're done.
No, Judge. I'm requesting a mistrial. They are to consider punitive damages in the initial, and you can't mold the verdict. I'm once again requesting a remitter based upon that, and a new trial should be granted based upon that response, Judge.
I'm requesting a new trial. A new trial should be granted based that the people, the juries, never followed your instructions. And that I love this man.
They were not considered. They were outside of your. I'm just making a record, Judge. Now, if I could, those are outside your instructions. They were required to follow your instructions.
I said they were outside your instructions. They were required to follow your instructions. And then?
They didn't follow your instructions.
They didn't follow your instructions?
You're not permitted to mold that verdict.
You are not permitted. You are not permitted to move that verdict. Hey! Na judge na one ne kasa sa no. Huh?
Based upon that, and a new trial should be granted based upon that response, Judge. They were not.
A new trial should be granted based upon that. You are not allowed. You are not
considered. They were outside of your. I'm just making a record, Judge. Now, if I could, those are outside your instructions. They were required to follow your instructions. They didn't follow your instructions. You're not permitted to mold that verdict because that's not form. A judge can only mold form.
Yay! Ghana, and some trouble, baby. If you didn't know a power, a year show, poo. Near Tim, that's Yanni, a cry, a bimo. Near Tina, black says a winnie. Uncle, so, na ye lady. Never much in a point, and not yet our quiet draw. Oh! ubati go Ghana nti ebu wa pesa obetie mpo biom match ni kosi say eyadro nana meti go na mum na ye lidi na mum say ye call last minute na team no relax am o take an nti ade na ye draw am say match ni kra say ye sanko bo foforo. This is how we are. It's quite unfortunate. Ada. Hey. Ayampa. Aba. All right, thank you very much. Let's move on once again. Now, Boche Opoku says, thank you. God bless you, Honorable Ken, all the way. He has already won the case. Dream Big TV says, please, Abe, kindly update me on my mentor, Honorable Ken issue. I have now returned from work. No. Sa audio we yes osure chine aboa audio we nechi audio bia ne hobiem enti na me boy no me sure say kwaku ananso edwudwam other media houses edwudwam this very audio a final day na ye kwa Tuesday no we echi there was no discussion, further discussion nti we nso na ekere say whether Anas won and the judge declared final or not, we pay in a betchere. Into if you audio we chia, Niakanina, Yana Yadi Yabjane, Ebeki Kebia, Nembum. This is the substantive audio. Me wo, but me shall answer a question from the court. And the email me.
This is what the jury said.
This is what the jury said. When in the jury for no, wamoya den ekaye.
In our initial finding, we awarded $18 million with a break.
Within our initial findings, we awarded $18 million with breakdown
of presumed damages $5 million.
Presumed damages $5 million.
Actual damages $5 million.
Actual damages $5 million.
And punitive damages $8 million.
And then punitive damages $8 million.
We're done.
No, Judge.
And as lawyer, the hair crown, none of whole print and temdo, none of whole print. It will be a 2 hours away. You see, let's just a common. Java, Mr. Lawyer, where the cash na ya mumambio. Yes, Yabama be, you know, with him, see lawyer cash in the Abe. Hey, but the lawyer is good. Announced lawyer no good. Otono boase ebisa honorable Ken in some na honorable Sotono buyi na Ankomah.
I'm requesting a mistrial. The court to consider punitive damages in the initial, and you can't mold the verdict.
I'm requesting retrial or mistrial because of the initial punitive damages. Your people didn't follow your instructions, so you can't move the verdict. You can't. Judge be all the bufu say, how dare you, excuse my language, to talk to me like that? On that road, I am moving the verdict right now. Bang, bang, bang. Court rise, yapon yewie, final judgment. For you to stand before the whole judge to say that you can't. Nkafe eyu ahobrase kra sisi ehuna ade na kwetia. Oh judge, we dey need die mu ahobrase mu a. Me hunu se juryfo no omo ayem fomso nti we dey masrawo. Bomodi ananka hwe mistake because court court a edimu ewiase na agitum se munjuma edanso nti sanfom suesu a juryfo na kwen ebetimia akoatia na se ebeye nsanda hobone bia edidi mbone bebre court nti mesre we dey nkatobo na hwe we dey wankare sakra no. Your jury didn't follow your instructions. I request for a mistrial because you can't move this verdict.
I'm once again requesting a remitter based upon that, and a new trial should be granted based upon that response, Judge. They were not considered. They were outside of your. I'm just making a record, Judge, now, if I could. Those are outside your instructions. They were required to follow your instructions. They didn't follow your instructions. You're not permitted to mold that verdict because that's not form. A judge can only mold form. For instance, there's a lien, and you can mold the lien if the parties agree that you could pre-tax versus post-tax income. The judge is permitted to mold the verdict based upon the specific evidence that was presented. You are not allowed to mold that verdict. That's a remitter. There should be a new trial granted, and unfortunately, they did their job, and we should send them home.
I said that's a remitter. Enti oya daya aye mistrial. A new trial should be granted. Now, when a new trial is granted, there will be new jury altogether. Now, more sign, Aba restarted the whole process. Nibium. If he, more sign, kono boot for boot. And no, na anas lawyer no, or admitted Sampa. Johanna, me crowd me Jane say, Cratan mechino. Nanka so mudi kanko winen so my and wait crowd ye. Ubetimia ye hubribi, wow, the ope, and who to me betty so I can hubribi.
Judge, basically, my thought is on their form, which is what was submitted to the court, it did state that it was
so the first approach now lawyer de here announce lawyer neka basically my thought was that alone tells you say onokra no when tie one jantum another one clearly beginning no antiasie and now say e be e fa no so. For you to steadfast, my thought was Nempo Sasana Abakrana tie.
Presumed damages. On that basis, I believe that the instruction that your Honor should send back was that the punitive damages and the actual damages were not included in that judgment.
Mr. Schwarzenegger.
I'd like to see the law, Judge. I think Your Honor is more than equipped than either of us to understand that when the jury sends that back and they haven't followed your instructions, and you can't send them back to re-deliberate, had they had that question during deliberations, you could have given an instruction, a curative instruction, and brought them in and said, punitive damages if you're not to decide, just decide. First of all, there should have been actual damages because there was only presumptive damages presented. There were no actual damages. And Judge, it's just simply a mistrial. It's a mistrial. We need to go no further.
Okay, so Mr. Forson, it's your request that we discharge the jury, right?
We discharge the jury and you declare a mistrial, you put it back in the hopper. We'll be back in 6 to 8 weeks, either with your honor or...
So what? And so, Mr. Chorus, what is your request on the jury? And all children say, well, we have to do the retrial. So you have to reschedule young Kobe about 6 weeks be then the young Samra. And yes, Sadia wouldn't mean declare. No judges, okay. Munko and Munko follow motions.
The judge.
Okay, and what's your request, Mr.
And Obisa, I announced lawyer said, what's your request in the same?
My request is it curable?
Another day, another, I say a curable. Who draw her? Dr. Joe Nedre. And you see the Yarabia Ebekono. Into my request is curable. Is curable. Now curable no and the same.
There's a curable error. I mean,
I said that error is curable.
They made a decision. Granted, it wasn't a decision supported by the instructions, but
they made a decision granted, a decision that was not supported by the instructions. Okay.
If they did come back and award punitives where they shouldn't have awarded punitives.
Into the one sang Aba awarded punitive. What answer sang come awarded the and the
punitives. Your Honor can correct that.
And then now, Your Honor, or person just a judge now bet me correct honor. Now you're doing
by curative instruction. So I don't see a mistrial here, but I leave it to your judgment, Your Honor. Okay.
And the announced lawyer no can say where the nka o hum from subia from so no ho de nanso e curable e ho aduro wo ho enti we de nka judge, Your Honor, wa obetimi aye hu biribi nanka me de me hu mistra bia e wa asem we mu eno ano no.
Okay, I'm going to ask Mr. Deere a question. So, Mr. Forson, please don't interrupt. So, Mr. Deere, why isn't a valid verdict $5 million on presumed damages, $5 million on the actual damages, and $8 million on the punitive damages?
I would accept that. The only problem I have is that they weren't instructed on punitive damages. So,
Judge, no, lawyer, no, announced lawyer, no. He said, no, or trick, say, what they say, no, punitive damage, no, crano, infants and 8 million, no. Ye free man and ben. No, so, Magiatum near Hamiana say, young Shawang say, Monko, yes, Edmana Makoye, and run a Hano. Sir.
That would go outside the instructions that Your Honor gave them.
Onua Kebikra support say basa it will go outside the instruction you gave them. Now so sir, say there shouldn't be mistrial.
Yes, Judge. I'll use plaintiff's argument about unringing the bell. We have no idea if the actual and presumed damages would have been different had they followed your instructions.
I say yenim nyankebesi se womudi wonhyehyɛ ne so a nka actual damage ene presumed damage no nka yenim sika befi mu aba yenim de besi nti ano de omo amade na ye hwasa inti judge wontimi ngina so and declare mani yeye.
We can't go into their mind. Once they say that, Judge, they anticipated something they shouldn't have. It's in
Once they say that, it gives impression, say, they anticipated something that they should not. Because videos na yebo hono one jury for no omu ni memra ho bibia omu te se me ne wo a ye hwe ya ekọ ne mra mu a yenim hwe ye de no say ordinary citizen a wo ho a de bia odi wakọ aba odi pa wo pa wo ho na abano abra wo letter once we are citizen no there was one thing a United States citizen must do, that is to serve on the jury. Into one abroad letter, say ye be here or court na asemi beba over ba count no ba share evidence no na won so the wadwen a kire fan say BBAC na ordinarily would wadwen ni wani hwe no ho sade a nsampa wo mu a ebe mu obi ho aka na asem bi di fo wo baby no wa so fa won susua bra nti enyamra they don't know anything about the law. Nti that is the side of the jury. Na ebia obi wo ho na wakọ law school na onimemra na okoma ne letter so nkoye jury a sa nipa no okwa esono ne yabianko sadia obehu case na afa ina esono bi a ordinary oti baby edi na pesi bi na yabra se braba bua me yenjaji case. Nti that is one thing we should understand, so that sankrofo no ba na omoyamfom so ade bi omba enya nsunsanso ewo verdict ne so. That is why so moba na judge no ama won instructions a mun fellow na mun fendi case no. He gave them instructions. Nti se mema o susudia se munjina so emfanye bribi na samo anya. Obviously must say at the end what trigger no. Because he say judge no so dwen say hey, this case if I based on this mistakes by the jury and declare, someone must also think say I have some interest in the amount that was quoted o. Nti meye in the way ya eja anas mo beba be humi abema mbi. Nti eno nso de ebetimi de asem foforo asaba nti oye very 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 careful in terms of looking at how to deal with this case. Nti ebusia nya bibia na sabe yade yakuma bedi echi na sei rebi. Aba.
The judge found that
So this is my younger brother Anas. Sabrina and Yoma Elko ye edemano. Just the same. Na Osha Sadia na Elkwa. Judge ba na weiba no more as a tenikis in sa almost shall say ebeko honorable anas lawyer no any and obisebi on it Sabrina on it jury for no kasa say na echo.
Keep on doing it. He got up here and repeated all the statements. He admitted to them. So we're not here disputing what he said. You heard him up here tell you fact, 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 fact. So the question before you is,
and we na one jury for no be a man closing remarks o man closing ntino jury for no etete lawyer nanim anaja o church say near esiye nyina no honorable Ken wa admit say wa kan nyina nti mo am mbezi on it na mo ye den momfa asika no man ye nko ne ye che enu nti kura ne ye baaye nti momfa ma yen what you say nti ebusia in fact so wonnim court nsam o kasa ebia esonsa dia obeka wasamafa ena titru kura Ghana your style of doing things is different oh Kojobuano
yeah Kwabeku
ati say
yeah who adumo na nso
obo ade adaroma
yeah dana free aja ona ne nyame no tie fu ne afia nyame wa ne nyame ne anyame nketo ya dan kwa aja Mediasi eye watu kwa ewurade ye waya mamesu Yesu edi pasita go etu jum na mabo samrani Mediasi eye watu Ewurade ye waya mayensu Yesu ye di wasida go
Evera jina ho na fina de o baba kwa afo nwum ha enya choristers ya wa ha ya ade no nya botre meba me ye madeka kra ehia ene so hia meba menim se wono uyo bia mashada de wako school nti me kira wade a you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Enti ya betre na me ya de eho hia pa ohwe abra court no dismiss or discharge jury for now. This is the scene.
Okay, Council, anything else? Judge, just make a motion to set aside the verdict that's shocking to the conscience of the court. Judge, that verdict is way excessive for what is presented in court on these allegations, and I would ask that the judgment be set aside, given the amount and nature of the verdict.
Counsel, Judge, this is presumptive damages. We had no hand in what they decided. They decided by themselves, and they felt that, and that's deserved. Mr. Person might be shocked by it, but I believe that the jurors were not shocked by it. They members of the community, and they reached the verdict.
Anything else, Mr. Corson? No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, the council, the court's not going to rule on that right now, so we're going to see everyone Tuesday at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
And I apologize for turning my back.
That's okay.
Ayo, if you're right to swear.
Take one over to them.
Aye.
Yes. Now, I said, me, Abeiku, I mean, with you for another food in a coupon in Sylvia, now Cobia, no more Bia, Kumasa, the Papa number, the Bonnie, the Untunco. Abeiku, Yamin Sira, also know pushing, I know that, no, my Ghana or Jordan. Obajuma, Piao. Now, Abeiku, some case, you know. Ya can't akabo some of the NIA anymore. Nemo, a foot to Accra, Medibama Ghana, and Centrefo. The Ubo for yes, Remo. Enipa me Asempa Akopena Meteo Mira Kennedy Japan or City Puff, Oton Hofwa, Yabafa. So,
yeah.
Politics na you know. Ubia anka say a tintinia tia. As a say we support to you, and I say new be enya dream.
Sa.
O my ba koni e pese e chichiri. Ena we say mimi be diswa. Ena me de metimi atutu sika asem ni ye na etimi de development ya ba na etimi creative jobs ama ni panya bia ye. Say ye Ghana fu yi. Ena we nso say me na metimi aye ni yi pa asene wo. Ni nyina ko wie say o man ni chichiri. Eti say woni me nya adwen a na say otime ho asem na ekoye bibi ti say ase otan o ade ba akopa ye nyina ye botaye no ye o man chichire no a o man chichire no ho adwen na me so me wo ho adwen na me susu sa me wo sen o eti ma me nya da mi ni animu na me nye ana wo so se da bi ni nyina ko be wie ba akon eti ade ne otan ultimate time wunia sa Ghana Centrefo ade na mu benya enso de mu ye nyina no ekowia ewia na wie kom epise adwere panta ya kirenti abana wugu no eru na ubetwa se wanfa wo ansi ho se adwuma na wafato ho so se obetrechire na wamantitiye na fe wasan amanipa ni ade ta adia miensa eye mu journalism no ne fapem no se okwati no a wankasa na o ye nipa na adwuma na wo ye ne fapem no wakwati no wanim ana agu afi because I wonder where no ma ekodi hu nkomo ofie eka kira wo yire no ma se wotua ena de Canada Japan no na aka fe no na Ghana de se judge fo no se wo mo akromfo enti no o ma de bribe no o ma bu asem na ti ana na America de koduru ho no de ene yabu anfo no 18 million o ye be di eti ye nyina ye nka bi ma na so no ire di nkomasere anajo no kra wo hu ani di entie bi a ka oto pa ba miensa ofui oba bi nso di ani di enso kodi bi gu no ho wanya hwehwemu nti ene hwani mbuase a wade ohu musumo sole a muti asol dem asam we nyina nso eye entity ya na nanobodi atete yen a efa wo tresem num etimi minim difference between ya ana na mo ntete ya mo de ma yɛn ɛne deɛ Bible ɛka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ yɛne nipa tena ahu mo a yɛn na yɛse yɛagye Bible adi ana ɔse sɛ sukɔm de otamfo a na ɔtrɛ wunsu a ma ne binom ɛnyɛ mo ana abe no ana mo kan ye ado
wo so
ana mi busa ko sa me say enye yan na ye say o tamfo so pe wata de ese wa fama na wuro de ese afiere de ka ho aha na sa na ye nyame apede eti sa Canada Japan Ghana for journalist binumu a ane bloggers binumu a motano no Muvro fi say Bible say ye no ya time for near mpa ye ma wo. Samra no enye Bible no na di amaye. Eti u ko wanya de Bible wo ka no. Ba so wani magu ase. Eka wo do no na wo ka say oh papa yi o Ghana ho adwen o na nso so asemu ipa de oh, and yes, every who no boy in Mr. Buana Maniska, and as a seminal crime, a move it to me at the Hamas Cano so crying. Nanka Wobo Sampa ye manua. Panasam dew. Peso bad president, Peso to Abamano, Nanso, and Shasamno, Kaunipano, and Kahia Samano, and so I can to when you move. Opa we mom hoko. Dia tia bim. Aye adubu ahen. Abe.
Yeah.
Adubu ahen unim sa meneno asamata mfoi. Yenya atinke tinke kakra. Na yeya atiwa ba election no. Na me de me boys eko etina ye wo MP na wagu no sie ana na meka nienti a MPP adubu ahen guy na ne papa wa ma MPP party no antimi ama power 1996 no se oka se oma MPP for and parliament, you know, or a mistake. Because that's the first time I echo democracy. And tonight I was saying, the royalty we move, why than you. Parliamentarians, I was saying, you be number represented. Now, quiet parliament, what you man say, hold do, and this is for there, no accountability, because that time, you know, MPCR. NDC for choosing woman. You're not one on my school park as you cry secondary school, O level, no near the other. And another time, MPP for no GH means anomaly a coup for anomaly at the other normal so. Normally, a lawyer for said the Onua poor moving. Etika, I do him one more parliament here. Anka 1996 no anka Lawrence na Accra na BGM ko onka so ko 2000 no etika bama dubu ahenu abenya president ni bi kura edi but o ka say on my MPP enko parliament no na party na deserve they say NDC inquiry taking his seat for the first time yeah democracy no opposition party or parliament enti eho ana papa no Ama MPP anti-me win power 1996 and also na ama ono so anti-me any president. Oh, na empani for no MPP gulu sunu nyina wo ho because no mo China na ado. Ana me ma, oh na dubu ahia dwa me ka asa ne papa na ama MPP ama no. O se ami tra ho, ama obi a mekeka asem bia o enim ntra na ana empani for se nya bo tra na nipa no o ma ne on the point. Mane nkanwie afi me ka asem ni wie ya obi a ye din ana mesumahu ye mfa tinti enya de mo ana mama saa bre ne NDC enya kwan awia Ghana sika saa because now runs
Kojo buano.
Yey. Enti muna mama kwanyama NDC fanya kwanya wie sika. Sata mi yiti mensa no e baba oyi Lawrence man adwuma. Osi pram ona ye ene no kra de oyade. Nanso so onya sika tam. Omu nyina sana corruption na start ye. Wahu na ni nyina afi adubu ahi. Na wo papa Ama party anya ni monyam 1996 nam so wantini ani aban ibi ama odi yade akowuo na se wo wanya tumi a esesa obo brapa eti wo papa nim wo ne wo yere jese mu de mo nko na mu yeyi a eye ene de ba ni pakwa ni akanfo esuba ba le kura yin abrante tetekete onko awa wia Ghana sika saa eti attorney general ye de dabia de kan say obi a wabo Ghana kro no obi a no munyi esika mayen na jopade no munyi ma Ghana na me dwure ho a me ntia se abe eti enipa kura ahia na obe onipa da bre nu ekawu empano Queen's bed na wodan Kings no wono yire da so a
e ka de se wakobi o
eya hwe distance ya eda ho saa wahu eti edie ya na woji owi afi eye practice mo se o ma ha ni e titire na mo bo man na bro just enipa bi form ho say omo na ye Ghana fo na ye de besom wom eti omo de omo nkwa na be yie na omo command ye ahu suban boni aninti ye betre attorney general momo de ana munyi esika maye na MPP fo mo betini piga na masa atimu samia wati eno na asebu e manfika ye no unim se mi nua ne wo ade ahiame e maba wo nchen se anka boa me kakra aburo ne atirimodin ti usi ebi ni ho wodi akoma bonti su ni watwa ni eja edura katia so no na dane man so nsemi omo ma timo foki ma hu samia ma tibu piga bi yanko kwajo tireme no kana sambi Osei Anua ya di bo busia anya Anua na editia fidi atrebu ani sunku ejani nsu ani sunku obufu kakra bekan kakra bekan Abraham die yesi kakra bekan afere MPP fo musu afe na musu ya Kennedy die be menedi ade de ene ye betieti ane na so ne apare chaw Kennedy die be menedi ade de ene ye be mabaumia akọ opposition sie na jomama bevie no na na kai busa mu se na mu sa jamre NDC ko be ja power ni mu ama mu hu mu na munnim se de power TNT mu di agro data ba na num na mu de mu se ko wuram afei na mu wada mu pensem e de abetale papai na mu sa afie firi kwajo smart Kevin Taylor ana bloggers bi ana mudi be si ana aseso jeso bi a wodi baba bi ana tiato mo humani guafie adubu ahen kan ka kire mo anka mo ma kan di MPP anim ana ko wi ni power anka nsam ni bebre ni be fi asemu anka rin guafie no ka masai na ka ba mu a obabo ami atetere Ghana ka wasi dan ba ko nkran wasi dan ba ko kumase afi dia kan nyina ya ban dia na ke dia si affordable houses ni enuanom e ya adwuma nyadan adam na enke no kura bra corruption afi because abamu a wasiso ono na eba akoto na Asaase ana wa kɔtɔ no cement akutwa ne blocks no wasini dan na wɔyɛ adwuma a ɛnyɛ korɔ no na ɔbɛbɔdeɛ na ɔbɛyɛ ɛna sanka sika no mudi si dan no ma Ghana ana nka ayɛ affordable houses ana yɛde ama workers ana nka ɔmo tim na ɔmo han na ɔmo tua kan kakra kra na ɔmo tɔ na ɔmo tua mortgage sɛ deɛ ɛyɛ ne baabi a saa na yɛsɛ wiase nyinaa teɛ ɛnkanyɛ ɛnka market asesɛ ne prɔyɛ na ɛso nte daabi wode a wo nkɔ a na apɛ sɛ mudi bie ana magye agyapadeɛ no nyinaa fa nti yɛbɛserɛ yɛ wura John Mahama ɛne wo Attorney General yɛserɛ mo baabi a Ghana sika kɔdi biara yɛserɛ mo monyema yɛn na moanyɛ ama yɛn a ɛneɛ yɛne mo deɛ media no so deɛ ne yɛbɛyɛ dɛ paa ɛtia biem na mede ma no asie no ɛberɛ a yɛyɛ campaign no NDC-foɔ mo kan pain sɛ nanado ɔka so obetu galamsey na so a ɛyɛ one time ɛfiri sɛ ɔwɔ tumi no ɛne nti yɛmfa ma mo na moasua adeɛ a mobaa galamsey no mobɛtu aseɛ one time yɛmpɛ story biara yɛmpɛ story ɛna mabɛka kyerɛ yɛ sɛ militants abɛ akɔgye forest bɛyɛ sɛ nson abɔ so a ɔmo firi ayi ɔmo firi Odivuwa ɛne Burkina Faso ne ɛho nkorɔ ne ba ɔman a yɛhu baabi a yɛsogyafoɔ tuo wɔ mokɔ abɛka kyerɛ yɛ sɛ ɔmo bandifoɔ na ɛwɔ hɔ no ɔmo nyɛ Ghanafoɔ no ɔmo ka French ne ɔmo kurom kasa eti ɔmo bandifoɔ no tu ekutakuta ɔmo no Ghana military ni bi ɛdeɛ na saa ɔman yɛade na mugu ɔman yɛ anim asese eti na nado wode Americafoɔ abɛtena Ghana hɔ no military base no eti ɔmo te hɔ sɛ akrɔmfoɔ ɛmɛfa yɛ dɔpadeɛ ɛnkɔ free na te a ɔmo te hɔ no ɔmo te hɔ sɛsɛe wei yɛ asɛmbusa o Ghanafoɔ yɛn nyinaa because mo say ye security nya etima besi base ye ho say mo di base no bebo ye ho ban emma terrorists ene basa atuate dom bia nya kwan emetena Ghana na say omo a efiri Burkina Faso ni Cote d'Ivoire omo de aituo abetena ho a omo de abetena Ghana ho no na Ghana asojafo yetuo entimi saafo we nko amo ka no radio no so no na mo pesa mo kyerɛ Ghana fo ye busam politicians we de ye busam aya mo bɛka aya ne mo ani ngu ɔman a wo tetere a undim sɛ akodi ane yɛde eme rate ɔman bi sɛ obetimi ahwe na jopadeɛ so sɛ wo de bibia mo tibi nyɛ adi so obi na eme ma mo etu a mo beto bobambo nti na se America fo na so mo prema mo ntotu a ani mo nkoto mo ntimo ho na mo ntobi oba bi e ana ni traure tin hu nya ne wanya tu a odi pamri terrorist fo nyinaa kanin o kratu a omo mani nyi no ma brokeno enei Okrana tuo ene nyankopon tade Ethiopia Asaase or manufacture the weapons. Yes. And Tanzania Abrantiano wire helicopter Ayekasia a use transmission or the radio transmission and higher power. Can who the coaching now the Besiwa Ultimate sign a power crab free Wukanum a use of fee Africa Nina ye Oba America ha no me Anabaku ha ano no dear or survive and Wakwatra Tanzania and Tanzania Abena Sonu Anakohe and Wanwadia or yo. It's technology no Yanni de Baye Asaba Yafan ami kana why no ebro eromax again in theater class because a radio transmission eti Africa ni ye koyanim eti ye ntina ho amma obi amfa sisie ni na da am sponsor akromfo anya omo boy ho ban na so omo sponsor akromfo no mo efa ya gudie de ko eni tie ura John Dramani Mahama da bia me dia soma me ka tro no se wo saje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah on na ye papa onu na ye oman ni ti onu na ye oman ni sahene onu na woje wo man ni fa ahudie na ni suade hunu ni se Ghana fo ye bedi ye ho kra ni ani abrofo adidwa na nya
yo
abrofo be se ye so
yo
eni ti ye framo ye sika no munyima yen na fei ababi awu ni dwa no a ye benya mfaso ne ye de atetere Ghana no papa tuhu Anamoma ye na ye de ye hu Anamoma wutu no na ma ye hu no mo nyame isra ye nyina no nka ye nyina ho
piao So that was Afia Schwarzenegger with that beautiful submission. Hello, Abe. Greetings from Bristol, Virginia. I am 100% sure that Kennedy is going to be the next president of Ghana. Ohima Equia says, good evening, Prophet Abe, Afia, and all truth seekers online. Steve Tamsi, and the exchange rate is going up. Kim Poloba Kwame Asere. Frank says, thank you, Danny Mens. I do appreciate your thought. The Danny Mens said, that's why confused, because a spokesperson at this point has no relevance to the substantial matter unless to you. The delivery lacks skills of a spokesperson. At Frank Danny, not Frank Owusu. Danny Mens, I used the word if I may ask. Come again. Now Teddy Jones says, Abe, you see how the judge was scratching his head? He knew the case is definitely a mistrial. That's Ken's God in action. Let's move on. JCOP. Yeah, good evening, sir. At the same.
Hello. Numadromo.
Droma song.
Madana nushi. Minga owe kumefe. Minga konabada di Fred. Minga mofiamu.
Yo.
Abe.
Yeah.
And then I'm not who said there were journalists for her. And I yes, some journalists. Omu ni die. Omu abadaye. Any tima yedi jojo asemu. Abe, and who was high information when you now were time on we did and ask control ye Eddie Koguni Facebook. Ghana journalist for a year did Kennedy Betra 18 million. Who was high information, but you kept quiet and now we see who
sir,
no.
As a so yabotre, now Oshed your Mbayan sana. Inti,
Yes.
no, my Omutia, we are no more than 2 video, no, say. Video now, Modi celebrating no any last audio, no, what the Totonwa Italiana.
Abe, this is how journalism supposed to go. Abe, me mau breaking news. Me intelligently, and a mama is a tip of. You see, journalists for movie and central for movie. Echo share or meeting you or cafe shop. Almost see the way Ghana for Akuma Sida Kennedy. Omuyefia enfa ensu Kennedy no Kennedy ba omanu dwani bebo because onu oma bribe she said the way Akufado government ni Mahama government ni titika ye chiche chema onu onye sa and until they should re-strategize. Because Papa no, oh yeah, clean to the state said, yeah, who be better beyond. Who did that? 3 days later, now starting a call from Afina true nature no aba out. Afina Ghana for you now, some man who funds more. And coming days, over whom they will start another agenda coming. And a tip of Namama. And so, Utie say, or the agenda be a bar, then you know that what I've told you is manifesting. Because Medin can't catch her say, I see room kitia, any Mahama, how do you call it?
Friends and Chief of Staff one, Julius Dabra.
Chief of Staff, yes, meeting now, Muko Mahama. Mahama say, the main target, a year, say, move portray, by Bibia to the state, say, MPP for Sandy Baomiaba, so that whoever emerges from you can get a cool job to be president. Because the more way, not a Kennedy bar, no matter what you do, we'll go to opposition because the idea now, Papa Niji Pano, Ushe primaries now, Ghanaian bought into the idea. And your MPP for no more money chance. And Nunti, no come who go, no hear everything to discredit Kennedy in front of the MPP people so that MPP, Baumia, Akono, Ama MPP for no Moody Nasa Badim. Because of Moody Baumia Badim, a very cool chop. No matter what, even you say, yes, Kakma, a very cool chop, am. But say, Kennedy is your main target, not you both. Until you both to work together, whoever emerges from you should be the president. But your main target is the winner, the big problem is Kennedy. And second winner, me caught up with and so. Abe, Madinka Akacho said, our borders are weak. Because I'm from Aflau. Say, who find a bit? Kosi pillar 5, pillar 4, pillar 3, koa. Missy baby or hoa. Migration for no, ye post to Omudi ko hoa. Omuko, they go to different places. Over to the 9 pine actua. West be legislation now. Ombeso Musema. Our hook free George. Ko who side now, the borders, the small borders, you're very, very weak. The American Troy, Burkina air terrorism, Cote d'Ivoire air terrorism, Niger air terrorism, Mali air terrorism, Omoa, Akandi Omudi Ku Ewo, and Titoro Eusa away from Omojania, not say a border new weaker, not say gold suya, warrior, ye border new honor, they will come into our borders. Emma, one thing is not we. The politicians because of their kind because of Sikani Brenti, Omotimi Kwako Burkina, Ekofa, those gang leaders and bring them to Ghana to come and guide their Galamsey site Maomu. When we starting any jihadists can bot into those people and then Abeiku said Nigeria. Na astati kakra ne di Boko Haram aba. Ensu se Mahama eka cheye se Akufo-Addo should have stopped Galamsey within 1 week. Ene waba declare state of emergency. Ewo those areas holding now. Na use military with drones because your military now mudi omo akọ. Ene omo disikama omo military they become millionaires in military because yema up to ebimu 5,000 a day. Onu nakatria say nakatria and do 4,000. Yema 5,000 a day. And no the problem no bana omuntimi kungalam say. If you declare a state of emergency about those areas now the soldiers from Accra, any Tema bases. Now they are called with drones. No more fighting, no more pushing those to conform now. Now the soldiers are Google borders for now because the custom and the migrations are taking money and letting people into Ghana on necessarily. We at the Tokwabe baby because a Krobia Sikakoko, any diamond, any timber, any woman, one share ye na say, one so we got you border year, Eddie, in Tokwabe Brew, Dachi. A word is enough for the wise. That Kennedy, dear, what is written is written. One will say, Ubiabe can be one said, Ubiabe can be dear family. But rather, no, or no name said they are. And then who come a village, Bia, Akora, Yaun, and Nekora, who can't Canada, Japan, on him. Let's say on him in a bad way, on him, Nijuma Pa, or ye, Eddie Buakana, on him, Nijuma object in echo, on him, the idea he wanted to bring. Mekatre will say Canada, Japan is a reincarnation of Kwame Nkrumah. And the West will try everything possible for him not to be president so that they can continue their culture. But Ghana for me. What Tima Nabadayema Kunu say a story Gina painting say when I pair, nothing can stop. And a Kennedy bar a beboa. Papa no one be the president. But Sheduma Wadi Shedye all ye Sheduma Odi CCC a crew mia Ubia enyebi ye. Say already president yen obet me because of your corrupt leaders now. Both NDC and MPP. Omu say Papa Niba, Omania Janibabo. They are trying, even journalists for crack or your meeting now. That tells you the level of honesty over Papa Niba. A baby, the Manuesi.
Yo, Medase. Okay, let's move on. And then Ohima Equia, thank you. So please don't forget to like and share. With Modi Ama Daniman, so I say, Daniman say, honestly, if Honorable insists on being with the MPP, which means his government would consist of these same people, what is he doing about a party that is so corrupt? No matter how corrupt you are, no. When you get a leader who is stricter, Emma one so Subain. Adebu awonye. Don't say NDC phone now so they were all clean. Na Mahama ba o use you. Majority of them. Mahama ba no insist said that way I am going to do this. Now they are dancing to his tune. Sanity. Because there are a lot of people saw about Okujito Ablakwa, but yesterday Okujito Ablakwa is dancing to Muhammad's tune. The same way as to other appointees, other MPs, other ministers, majority of them had that question marks. But right now, they are now dancing to the tune of the leader. And it doesn't make them corrupt or that bad again. Because omo new people, omo asasa. That is where I am coming from. Into the Kennedy Belidia, the fact that so Romo Muguzi Debi Obia so Adrenebeko anti-clockwise. Sanity. But it's going to also pick more youth. It's going to use more intelligent, more visionary people to work with. In the other, human beings are recyclable. A bit me are recyclable. Ya media, Aba. All right, thank you very much. Ebenezer Diasrosa. Your sister Afia Pokua was one of them. Oh, no, Afia Antisa, Mimpesa, Afia Antisa. Debia Afia, O promoter King's Jersey Radio. Every day, she loves me and I love her. Joseph Adumakuzabe. Any update on Ken versus Anas? Oh, update Bembu na uhiya. Inti mayaka ina sansupa update. After 1 month, you better the Abeiku. We have a lot honest people, incorruptible, hardworking, selfless people in MPP. But the Ekufuado only chose the corrupt ones. Ono na wone wo ye djuma ebe ya ne denti bua no wone tikope na okọ omo no pe. Hello
Klabi.
Ya Sudan
Nyame adum ye pa ran Klabi wo so e
oba de adaro ma yeso ye ho ye pa
ide mi asi Klabi misi okay what's I mean the pankasa fe edene kakran elokonka YouTube. I'm telling you ele hawadwe so me say edene kakran elokonka YouTube with no kwaro no ele hawadwe
yanko yenim kakran
me kacho re enyansafu pa na wakasa wo platform no do say if you akasa abeke dey feel oye lecture Legon ana KNUST wo da djumudo she Mr. Kakari Mr. Santi na ma babs wo da nkofo wakasa wo platform onya small ba it's about time ebim so bana opare wo blast nkofo bi anka bi oda ma won kwan oda yiweni epebetu megboro ekuadon kone na asam ni bi de me ba me dwon so aba one guy be finidin last be no opare blast Afia Pokua a chance because what platform and pere be them but that lady no or deserve the matter so or deserve because one kind of quite
don't go there.
No, I will not go there because I know it's a wow sister, but one kind of quite Ankabi, I'm telling you one kind of quite. Oh then now another version be no hey obekere obi ante won hwe Anas nobody surprised Roddy in Ejmewa. Mr. Excuse my language. When we the Ghana from still where you Jimifu or Dawson. Onim. Pade still Ghana from a Jimifu or Dawson. Them not the sweet judges no. Them pepe no ye. Na judges no when I'm do you wal koshe Anas ni video. Was also ba out. We interview no bi mu kasam hey. Dem ko fie wa ko school pa we judge nti excuse me language nti we nim nyansa we hu de akwini ni na de cut and paste na de obekere won nyina so wasum ne duru klo I don't know chiro oji nipa krope no otimu boy nkofu nyina won ania oboy nkofu nyina won agen no wonder the brother or a lawyer na kutisi no di nechi no wonder. No wonder that them kofunyina so yes kafu. No wonder that we phone Kwame. Akabi, I'm telling you. Mr. Anas Moshini wo onye hui. Show video na de ba video na wa ba artisiano. Wale kasa cramp be e show sisi akolo kasa kwano. On the next person or chat na rendo no or pede or the change the face on na adwene dado. No wa chene ni no or share the video no or captain ye ya. America na catch am confide. Who watches the watchman? Let them child win arena. Onani Anas difference bia ni bibiara. Dem why should that this person a chiche when no we change ni face. And with the or the any bar out. No or should that the picture but two. Only he intentionally took that picture no. Opera the confusion kofo. They were sure the Anas and then bloggers in Yana no media houses in Yasu were rock out. Are you sure this is Anas or Pekwan be the way you know? But Missy. Mutai. Onane Anas. Them honorable candidate back outside there who watches the watchman. The passport was a child was out. Onane Anas. no di wi bi achiche na abodwo ho na ne side bends na ade anka be no ode no rasta wa chere achebutu e bi gu netikọ na e bi kata no forehead no do ye yam from o ye ne IQ no oye dwuma because adnol ye no onya de papa ebi ho a ekwan be ebi ho a ebia judges on obi ana kanokwan ba pe edwuma akoyi single person chere odigana fu nyina adwune diagol no we mafias no wonder they MPP co position na mafias ni nyina obi efi radio do now was a baby na what you know on oboken obenya na what the nashi fo aka be miss Ghana for no we ni ebu you ma me fo na want to blow for kwan o to me send audio message first no oye na yi na nkofo wodi echi na this is a phone aba nti nyebe bi ha pictures boy e to me cut a zoom action apps bibli aba nti na di no ye no oya gudi bi no woni ni ado hwe ade de ba out oye muhu de I don't know but nen lawyers ni bi so ebusu nya stitches bebre no wo interview na wala Kevin Chere no pentem abede no ntungu mfame no bia so so do etwepoko so na ne bachi cause when you honorable Ken ono ye relevant on ye relevant Miss Ghana for the first now ye heli dem kofunya on ye relevant dede na won nyina wo ye adwena wo fa na adwena wo de dwun wo de bo Ghana no woni bi ebi ni won trim won ye funu kote na waka wo won ye fun hwedwuma ye mese awo anyakopon so amo nyansa pa ehye da ye di na ehu ne nkwasiafo no wate egum
Frank Mr. I am man too freedom
yeah
wow so ekede etitu mpemfo wodonti wes bi ha oba the wrong time we have okay, you know your times and seasons time bi wa unse trubu amekra trubu na mekasa mebutimi fu na me asum ebi afrem but this very moment here where ka say onye dem time ni the word question intimacy
yeah my trust
yo
but ode ankabe ode isabata ma de won so nya oma no hudo se enishi kwampun kanche honorable ankabe he corona bed the whole world this single man Shadio ye magana adio oye magana this single man dem ko fini na wan kai hwe edwuma obobui ebi wo mu bi ho obofo won fasifo ma woni efepoku okọ America no nebusafu nya ofo nya akọ America anas nebusafu nya ofo okọ America enti wo no nim de ono abrobo edwuma obakofo obi a ewo buseni si na ko sedwuma mu obi but the man no wale no onya de papa coffee shop matches what to egu MPP the NDC edwuma wo di an akabe hwe ewu the videos all about nya hwe am sure that person wanna kase wani internet the guy no wo Ghana no wo share na wo chene no I know that definitely honorable will need that guy because I know only what calculate pan what he had no what calculate pan what he had no but no only so the Ghana fu ewu the yeni egbe yeni ada ho nti de adno wo ya na wa backfire o ya na wa backfire dem ne yakopon ye na ade dem pepepe ne yakopon ye na ade for how long na di Ghana din bekufom for how long sika yin betumi edi sika ahina ne betumi edi mese ankabe he ba omia ne hu dem mahama asem no declare there say no mese me show the MPP funa no turn na mad the NDC for MPP for because they thought there what ma Alan Cash kwan na woni the honorable so be unity so am I don't know why confused was said down what turn at what the mind this for so when kade ebia so not na wan ye ya mr o calculate ankasa o calculate I'm telling you now at the same time so edibo I need no abana kabe I don't know but offended chire honorable Ken Kasemile they are looting Ghana as if said there is no tomorrow no was only diago this young guy say the miske working on the corpadia this young guy she didn't him smooth so na mo be kara onu be ka kire wa bo bracha na wo wa ko school otibo phone ma kire wa bo bracha na wo ba opportunity kaka wonye wa Ghana nti na wo via Ghana but them ko foko be bi wo on high table. Why? Because okita V8 obaka kire wa bo bra uyo wasanso twakuhire okoya taxi driver wakotana ice cream woye day no Ghana na wal bona abor oya de papa ankabi onya ade papa kra. I'm telling you what bo Ghana na lastly so the me Sadiq Adam so say we know or the other out there offend then or call him for ko hu de nkofo galamsi ifu bia beku on ankabi all ko nanguti na okwa na on security funu no kwai
and they just say ofania from Ghana.
Very good. So on security funu okwa ya nti opakire mahama oni security briefing na indi the nature was watu abade watu say galamse abde food the school cadet fu say a friend key fit club we na wor kwakoku terrorist wo efa offended galamse site the kofi it's sure there's a guy in Ankuti no okoya nka wana otuma ababioma no look on okwa camp one na okojire bebi no tey wona show ide don need security fu bidim no no ko another will briefing if security fu no brief wa adinti we security fu no emumefi galamse site na wodi dem cadet fu yo se dem kofi embro na kokra bi a wo chichim wodo ko galamse site wo okobo nsu no ban ankabe na abango na government so efe bebi no odi Ghana yana dwindi agodam what the guy can say them not dia dem cadet fu wo botumi ni terrorist akoko insuna na amidi mi hu because amakere NDC party na nkasa obe enchali o. That's why I put the question there because wakwere information ni oye one down oh no the aba NDC MPP na nkasa won accept dada but say if them you about try to be feed with information let's say development be an order ba out there we never born no na 2 years abeseno ko 1 year abeseno ko and 4 years no abeseno ko because the information would feed no problem so to my prosecutor na nkabe agubi no so what the Ghana so be no nti ma me fancy dey submit chance be media fine sa chance abem dia na no anu ba me kan dey ana so ntumi ndi so bia bia radio na la kasa na nim na no da ho no obia ni be bia bio me no mo ta no ate wa sheda atwene space da katene ne hwende today class 1 teacher bia na first year school what one kimpin old school akabe
Mate
me fancy dey
yo. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Ben.
Papa.
So, Onua Yaboko.
Yeah, Yaboko.
Good. And that's really important. When you make sure food and careful, make a taco to
yo.
Honorable, someone who can say. What I said last week is not the Casan, the Cafe. A branch of my question. Oh, Ghana. Ni nyina no ade oho peso oho faso akutia honorable akompreko ejako senior untini ema na president and African for be omo antwi sleep so but ade aya twa to also be sabe ubetimi akwa untini mpeta I say you want me close over the president untini enyi fi ho and then be on the level I will be better pan in Shebre. And I believe the DStv in Shebre or them. Now, my yes, very disappointed. I won't go to be our more social media, not CEO. I can't go be actual. Now, all type of journalism now, you know, and maybe the culture was we need time I'll start here, but who will answer? And I was saying, the account, and I will go to Asia. Maybe I will be not being called a technical court. So, fair, who made mention of it. But, video and then we should not have. You were waiting to strike at the right time. And you have, and we applaud you for that. Set what you to us there, and this I did it. Koswane Koso, and fair, when Yamia Jimmy did, or the Koso pay down, or bear or Cassia. Assassin is that, or you bear Cassia. Now, Assassin quite a hand here, and Riano, any idea here. Who bet me Assassin and never fair. Who go big good, we are no affair of quack. Who goes to bet me Assassin and time, and Yelena and no mass. And she Assassin, here, he said.
No.
Na nkofo bebree abekata mia madam for Avram the Moshe na we na se ka me the voice note na mko ka kire the batali wo ha no wase le pen ni nkofo tan o tai onogo kele Japan e wo Ghana ho media house ni na make me women about 70 to 80% and send them papa answer. I don't know, send no cry or canoe, and into a one panasem. And now also we need to be Debbie. Only Pebia will be soup. And see, young penny for there. I say, make chow, I say, be do soup. But oh,
aye.
I say, make chow. Can't I make chow, but yes, I say, will be can't say. Abe me chia wo o se me jo so e me jo so o se me je wusu ene wo bai no me je ka ye papa e be ka no e bone so so e be ka me ba me je wusu Aba the Moshe ya bi nipa e be chon congratulate the friend is saying Anas are me ya Anas I say victory for Anas. I was like, yo dude, men you want man tiache but enye sa na kata and I would see after one that the clear bar outside no Anas million semuno or no million semuno or they half ever two ga say you no demand the piano years in say US court no call you and what New Jersey Essex County no jury no Ama victory but victory no. He never said in the video, say, let's be a judge, you know, I'm a ruling, Asempa, Yamano, Sa, Akomah, so many others can see honorable thing, and you're 18 million. One year, sir, Nemo on the better say, verdict, you're 18 million. And I got a full time honorable to the point, including no Onua MPP. But pay. And I'm not a chance now, Mississippi car honorable aspect or MVP one. It was going over $200 million. I'm telling you the truth. Since 1982. MPP folk when it's funny, you know, the brainwash a type of panel. And so should talk about people, you know, Ankomah about Onua back. It's really actually about two because for breaking law. Now let's take a Akko KSM and open to Subun be now me could see no I was so very much disappointed in that man. On the book in Japan, on you be no one interview. But who power after the primary in the way agent, what can you say KSM? Honorable Emma Akwenyano, actually Emma Wu. Interview and you did and promote different one so called viral. But I don't know why in fear all of a sudden. What makes you make sure what you need to sell? And then jubilee for your friends Anas. I want to something down. I will use the Anas. And they are yet on mine. What share on my move? What man to say no? Investors ever done in United they think twice because they would do different system, and you're correct. People will not even come and invest in your country because when your problem was, judge, and our lawyers, if they be a master, even though we live your wrong. And attentively, Emma, a very in country. Now, who cares? One year, first of all, I dream one question. Say, don't let me come out in a sudden, said the cafe, can Japan, edi kugu na ana edi nkonim Ghana for a one year working. The Brenois, the no mere letter to Obusu. I'm not just saying about Honorable Japan. And for some who are only so innocent, but no one will sit at a crowd will stand back on YouTube and make your friend say, TikTok, you know, which would be cast and control it will be good with you. Your name is you chat for. I have to say, Nyame Safo Kantanka Kotoko. I'm a friend of Kusokoya Safo. The friend Nyame Safo Kantanka Kotoko. All say Ghana, if you can want some more Omekabi. Ono papa no, yan kunin papa mano. So, Obe traffic Kantanka Toka Emanwa, Ukra Tia no Yama. The Limonaka, Yelena Man Sikaka. I just have to the country, you know. Say, oh, attack here. Do not attack the man. Attack Adwasapo. Next level, you balance the comment. Mo be uncle cook and talk about. Sadwasapo and Alina. Men for can papa, because Sotano or two or Macron be Adam. Maintain that and thank a dinner. Abeiku Santana and Asempa can them. To I am here. The best for them. The Diaba Minion to us yet. Na more young Sana, we the Pabone. I think Bolu, was a back-minded person. Or call Corton, according to Sosan. Atare or Shen, the Tabe, who the Oko Corton. That's what I continuously. I don't know if that is true or not.
Anua, no correct.
I make us a nature answer the year. Oh, say, Yanano, and I say Bible, Moses in those days, the Israelites. Also, what Arabia, which is Batakalibia, did say a normal boom. I say, Yakayoshi. Maybe see a common, not yen shet, Satan, I did. Tumina buni pana so all come. Ansana obeche ta Batakalini. Bataho.
No hapa.
Batakalini yensi. Esiri the house Onua kowo mu feel. Batakalini yensi. Tembia hu wele for unitan so anu akashe. Na I believe that no ye no otu anu oye ye no. I know to treat him and I will be an hour come. Any Jew, but do that I say 2 minutes to me, Ghana, and man, you do and your boy. Spirit, only boundaries. I believe, sir, there was some type of hypnotism across the whole. Because you know, I was saying, and it's a guy living now, guy living from here. It means that I'm granting my prepare no book. And all but say, if no matter what, spiritually and so deep, physically and so deep, but never can make a cap to say, Mr. Bay, we are saying 2 million who have been here, fighting here, 2 million friend no correct. No correct. And you 2 million, a 2 million now, what are they so? And it's another two Bunapa. Uncle Bunapa, no Messia, who cap Lydia, or that you had the word, man.
Mr. Medasa, thank you very much. All right, Bushia, maybe I be. Nancy, I am a da. Yay, brother Joe Nedre. Ebe, Mamu Tumuda, Machada, Malam Numpuba Mente. Hey! All right, thank you, and so let's I want to move on again with your messages. Now, Danny Man says your argument on relationship between resources and violence is 100% on point. The dangers are imminent. The use of foreigners on project or to protect Galamsey site is true. Joseph Ademaku Abe. Okay, thank you. I read that already. JCOP say we have a lot honest. Okay, I read that already. Then the man say Abe. They say. Abe. They say. As Nkrumah once said about Ghanaians is the MPP method operation. If you can mention one thing specifically that Abrakwa did, other than they say, oh Papa, I didn't cry, Nadani. Also, had you say ya? You won't say you are still defending. No, you want to say NDC Funa Omwenya appointment na they are all clean, right? No. Politics no Ghana wujitum see NDC MPP kranka yampe obia. Winning because of ne akoso. Are you saying say ebrina na yewura mahama waso na nneoma ekọ wrong ebi mu katasehye ne ade ekoso a enu nti omoto abatia no mahama ba en san krofo obia ni hobie mana Danny. Oh, bro. I generalized it. The fact that you heard a black crop name, no, put a black crop. There are people in it, in the government, still they were the old people. And Oma Banamaker say, Sankrofono, they were some years back, no, now almost you're corrupt. If he sabi, question mark, abatabatom, Nanso. Mahama ba no de na yesifem no. Osei ade way he used mention the word. It is not business as usual. He said it. Why did he say that? This time is not business as usual. Into obi oye badwem masabe onim nia Mahama ka bia no beti ase. Ankade na beba mo aka say wo bia nso ayeba fa no palpable ayeba chiw say we no wo wana bam nso emra no bema kwa manu edi eni ntu onim say ne nkrofo ne bi nye dada nanso he is giving them sadia Ghana fo ama Mahama another chance no to prove no. He has also given his people another chance to prove, and they are now because leader no nia wo beye no eno na wo nkoda no edi wechin besa akere wo se yewura Mahama bai oya hwe ha se o yate se o mu bokro no bi wa ha yate se obi awia ba ne wanya ho hwe a wo mu edina chi bekese o president krade onka into obi abaye. But when we two anamonsa dear way dear made me na mesifem miyama metia metusu anamo wouldn't a cheer you know go and do it. That is where I'm coming from. Say there were some old characters, but today that same old characters are here with Mahama, but because of Mahama and the steps that we're taking, they are afraid to go back to that old system. So Timothy say they are not clean. We are all defending our people. But as a Danny dear, you always want to make sure so adio obia can't find this in obia, you fight it, please. Obia you're clean. Just that we are human, we can change. So I believe that they were not clean, but they have changed. Based on Yewura Mahama, steps are we taking. Obia so obey because this house. No, it is not business as usual. You will be charged. And only Yajituma will move forward. All right, thank you very much. Let's move on. JCOP.
Yeah, I'm very. Oh, me paucho me da sister wa mamla kunya. Abe, unim difference our MPP ni NDC them.
I just saw Chiramibi.
Yes, that means they be oba be defendi NDC. Fine, or your NDC no be defendi NDC. The difference our NDC MPP no say MPP no yempeni for no mu form party no. Omu dia share ya adwum and your constitution no say. And MPP no learned people. Omu ye learned people. Omu mpe katahihye ni proye. They believe say ye wo ye as a juma no eno na be ma aduane ati. Bes ye mba power say ye be fun japade. Eno na ye MPP for no dinkan for no di kyereye ewo ye tro NDC tro kunkun no. Eno nti na kufuata mba ya ye nkrofo no mu bo kro no ye be town outside. Eno nti na akufado ba ya oni ni nkrofo no be bo kro no we are bold to talk about the corruption in our own system. But the NDC people are bold to talk about the corruption ekosu ewo mahama pensu ada ablakwam every school ebe ye deputy minister ablakwa ko ye wedding with helicopter ablakwa ni driver ewia ni sika almost 2 million Ghana cedis di Ghana ye NDC for antimi aka ho asem because omu for corruption nos omu de ye nchendi but ye mu de ye nchendi ani ye bu enu nti na ye hu obi se oye ye nchendi e wo MPP mu a ehie because ye mpese obi the corruption katahihye ni proye beba boy ye party no enu nti na edeni fight between Akufado camp any ye mu a ye di Kennedy Japan chi because ye no kurakuji na Kennedy Japan exhibit as a Kwame Nkrumah ye Kwame Nkrumah kan ye no de obeye ye no kure no na Kennedy follow no ye no uye mi maami kwana se uya beba bekan ye nti na beba bekan because kono we na wo bon ema akola bia o village bi the school dan bebo no the school atare bebo no the biz the duani di mu bebo no because of nkwa ukrono ya wo bon nti eno nti na ye nkasa na ye ka kire mahama se prosecute se wo hu se uye unfifemu na hu se ye nkofo no ebo krono a ti omugum se wo hwehwe mu na se wo hu se kwalugu dam no sikanu fa ba omiase a ti no to no wo hwehwe mu na se wo hu se national cathedral sikanu fa asofo biase ana se government official biase a ti no to no because Ghana can call MPP stands for Development of Ghana, and only MPP can save Ghana. But Yabenya a group of fake lawyers, Omabe Dano Moti said, but the Kua, Omabe T MPP Moa, Omu Chansa Yaji Power Pena Mu Full Japadie, Antina MPP, Ubia a lawyer, and so Ure Moa, Omuya Confor saying. Omu ye prosecute omu di omu corporate in Sawam. And nothing na ye mubi ye kasano. And that means ye criticize obi or NDC. The same thing about me criticize obi or NPP. NDC for no ye ni mo move. Mahama ye ni mu. Nye and then I will be become Mahama. We be penti Mahama white e dia training. Mahama was never an option. Or non-Kasani said he was never an option. But Enam said, Oseti agenda ni two Homa MPP for na yeko to mwa yedi ba omiapa ya aye kuti of permanent. And nothing na ye move ya kan ye noti. Utie die onsu bempa kan yo ewo Vim lady Afia Pokia platform so ene a ube who say omunina they knew say bibia Akufado e kono him but adiana akoye say Akufado a monopolize obia say one yifi a obeji adwuma fi musen adwuma ho aye di wo Ghana na ekom so ye ya enu nti na ma ya ebi mu kan omo no tum yes a owusu bempa amele o tiri kana no tum but okana no tum because say ekom ye ya o say hopes na do ye ono o ya igbeni nu on kana no tum o so ni principle say ono obokro mu a u cost mu na u ba for ma on kana no tum da ohun obeka be so ye kro o ye kon obokro no a obokro no so 100% sa na omutie ayigbefo no because me ayigbeni mi stepmother otiti me a from 1 year up to me year oya ayigbeni I know mitina omumu na me yi wo I know their character sa ayigbeni so obewianwa bewianwa be sa ayigbeni so obedi lukrama wa eti say no dinani o so obedi lukrama wa uni na bewu ewu obakran obeji wo in your place. That's how they are. Abe, papaya obesin koya or kansembi. Eya wohu a chena nyahota mukuru tai shenu. Sa chenu yenshenu kwa. Sa chenu yenshenu kwa.
Sawo.
Eya din support yes. A chena who say papa bisu NDC mu or abodrise last oba platform bisu okasa onu so share chat channel the same thing ya igbeli sa channel yen channel kwa ena batakalina how do you call him asiedu nkiti a share ye tama mu ye NDC primaries na obe image as a how do you call it as a chairman no sa batakalina otaishe no sa batakalinu yen shenu kwa sa kalas sa batakalinu yen shenu kwa sa batakalinu yen si enunti tumi ewo ho but say omudi bebo kron enu na yen pe because ye pe say ekunu be ye so that echina say yesu ye bedru Ghana ye benya sunji se bibi kakra wo ho na se su ye bibia e be ma ye nkofo no betumi anya adwuma ye one say nya utameklo onu wa come from the one say Akufado mu nim na se mu di papa wo ye president mu be num se mu Akufado abedi president wa kan dada nye lewo wa kan ya tu ho dada even before 2015 Nyahota meklu kansa semwi. Enso nyahota meklu first mi na oni Akufado mu ye chuchu mucho. Eye den no mu be che. Yes, no mu ye chuchu mucho pa. Eye den no mu be ti ya. Obe kansa semwi. E na consistent in sa papa no e kansa semwi up to today. Osei Akufado na onu nim no. Se mu di power man e ho na obe kire mu se die ye di tu ye. Enu dia na ya be hu yantie ya di achinje na di Akufado obe sangana o dia na obe ye ni papa for wa MPP mu. We have a lot of honest people in MPP. We have a lot of conscious people in MPP. But we are conscientizing the people not to steal. There were a lot of people in MPP. They want Ghana to move on. But so only comfort. You can't work with Akufado. The mother only comfort. You can never work with Akufado. Because Akufado on agenda obiba. An agenda is to amass the wealth. He said there were cultural family San agenda no never omutrimu. One who saw Mukodu is every day for 60 years dead. One who the display or honor. And no never show the level of Sika Nkrofo at Pakidiasi Ho for their generation to come. And notice say yanya leader Papa Bia about changing the destiny of this country. One day, you best suffer. Akufa do Bush and be some of the president Bima. And who they just say you organ. This is more track of Burkina Faso. Because in Crawford, they don't have good intentions for Ghana at all. Their intention to loot the country, to knock the country down. Nyahota Moklo Kanye Yantie, Kobaje Japan Kanye Yantie, Afoko Kanye Yantie, Yaya demonstration, Tiamu, Epamomu, Free Party, Yana Yehuane. And see that means, ye can't MPP Asema, a year MPP for na ye can't MPP Asema. The way you criticize you, crop for me time or more position, so more years can. Sana and crop for me years can criticize your more. Yeah, and chance and this is criticize and crop for, and Sana ye better criticize your more. Ye better criticize the idea. So that who, as a NDC, you own your chance and be criticizing and be score political points. That's our aim. What is written is written. Mostly is so, na nuba form. Captain Smart is 30 years. Then I call you. Journalist Ben, and I'm 130. No to me guy was 30. And now on one casa nebo honorable in Japan abasu. We say COVID see what Ghana Abei. Name one politician and I say one Ghanaian billionaire or see what donate COVID equipment, sanitizer, any mask, any ma Ghana as a crew, any ma hospital Miami, Kennedy. Kennedy or your president that and Debbie, or you're just an MP. But Nyama or donated in my hospitals, I don't have buy a hospital, yet me the kuntia Yarian Satan, Nimi Abuchiha Satan. Me hear more pharmacy, answer no benya mask at all pharmacy. Me see Q microphone making answer no benya one mask, but they are sure mobili. But Papa wait me crab mask from China, the Bagana, Chichema, all the hospital, and my be soon voter radio flow. Adem, ma munye, ma ye bonia forsa. Ma ye bonia forsa. Ntokwa si wo north no not na for dos wo Ghana omu dos wo MPP mu ani NDC omu ni na omu anya wo tam omu hu ben na di bitimi to emu back wo di koye ma omu so omu ndi ada e committee si omu su e wo north for e Kennedy Japan na di timi kobo omu ada omu ntimi ye operation adum so ebohromu akachinu Kennedy Japan na di generator di koma omu se na be ya mbenya light e di operate nipa and to fi said dia ye di last light e di operate na wanyan kwan no ni nyami all support Kennedy ana ofi said dia cancer treatment machine na koye won kofa no chenu dia ye di sa cancer treatment machine e di saving e won kofa no chenu se oye say nyamishra wo ni nyami on protect Kennedy nya dia mo be ye no na be bokte ni fo mu onu dia wa ye ni legacy wa jade atu ho e be bon ni ban ye mu bi because of ni lucrent ye be woman because nukra e na be tnya CV MPP enu ti na me catch ye MPP omo ye communicators na se ade no ye abeka se ye se ye bi abeka se ye bi nye se ye pepa wa abanti ade no NDC for ye na yakoda ni anu na yakokan bi to score a political point be dia Ghana bedroom Ghana for omo person tro no bi kan de wo betinya ye kan de ye betinya ye as a MPP and as a candidate metinya ye dia bo Ghana sa propaganda no eno na ye opposition and if you are NPP communicators, who be kasa, who can't dear ye betinya ye, and a dear yabaye, and a dear betinya ye.
All right.
But say you better control ya two NDC for so there. Me for us because and no idea call opposition. A word is enough for a wise. I mean, me that was sister one person with us. You know me from
Yo, Mr. Midas. If you dear Diacosia Nepitri, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step, and also Sir Kwame what they are career Abobuano. Ye bubuna tot, and some of the baby were home. Into your hand, I had the most. Hey, queer Gina. Because a real what do so one night. Hello?
Hello,
yeah.
Abe me che bia o platform so me so ma fi mo pa abe yi na uchi am ne dia ma ye new account yi aye bibia se ya ne ntimi mfa
nti we ya na
afrey na ohima akua ka so ma me se me yi me comment ni ade ohima wo so am che o papa why no am te wasem no me chia me mane madofo ni me nuanom nyina me busuafo nyina o platform so me so ma fi mo papa ai abe me wa hansam no metie bia kama efiera me chia papa baby o bia ne Mr. Asante me chia o bia
ayo
abe ona bukan wo say no oba bedi oman animu a oya campaign nsam o kai nyina me I have no doubt so on to me na ebia ye nimudwa keke agrek nsam anu o keka agriculture ne ade chese ye nyina ye hu ne modern mo Ghana already into obetima ye lot am oman no ba me question ni say na kuma pay wo ya wo de papa ma individuals bi kra wo Ghana ho a wo try say wo beboa wo man no ye nyina ye nim 37 military hospital ne na sefo sa cardiac center ya we bie wo ho ne na sefo nyina hospital no ye nyina ye nim adanse ye bebrebe wo top rank matamale general hospital a whole lot ye nyina ye nim I will cheer nipa be 7,000 for workers car. We know everything. My question is say, and now ye hu ye ya age Anthony General ye obe ready ye ya. Ya chi sa edubu ahin ya. One ne ye. Kron no ma bo Ghana nsema papa na bobo so na ehu ye. Asensi a ya chi wo mo ya wada no mo da suhye mu a. Wasi wo ma grant wo mo beba si o mo ma out in short wo ma out still because bill no kra na conditions no kra na e dey ato wo mo so no si ya no mo hwehwe ni bi mu ansa na if possible and say one is critical na you ne pe na bi on be grant ni bi amana ba out but sa be ma no edu buahin at the age of 44 years now na you so 34 na wo mo diga na boni sa no o be ma ne de say ya no o mo ma ne ma out say and someone na me matene the whole day me tietia chese emfuno me se metie sansem na ma ye shock ba ko bi so enso wo GRA ho wono so mo freeze na access bi ene na account wono so another person. Because in some question on Ore Kasai Munokrano, there's another 8 people be a Sayano, one fight Omudino and Ma out to say. Because Siano, we almost show woman near memoir very soon, or do a moon in out or moon I bet you home. They saw Bobo Dina, Ron Befa Prance, no my any also muye, and tea or Nisso dip a dinner out to say on one Kasaka. My question is, send a Canadian Japan, when I boken. Young, you know, na doy and then a kuma pay kitano. Sanka MPP for yankasa anye mistake ankofa ba wo me ama na se honorable Ken and woman be the party name, and I'm pa so time na Ghana for even point this for Kennedy Japan, there's some de neba, ye bet woman, ye bet woman, ye bet woman. Some pass or more de neba and I get 2 months is so a president. My question is short. The oral for ya say we mu kwaswa ye guswa ye fizi bi ma sese ye chichibi. Anka Honorable Ken will be able send nkro no ani nkro for no madi say dream no. Kan de mahama no gusu ye sese nka Honorable betumi aya na. This is my question.
Ebe ekuya jina.
Maybe so.
Ade na wo.
Honorable media de me hu ni say anka try say ne obebo ho ban ne aka no obebo ho ban say anka wo mu ntumi enfulu around bio na mom de omadidi no menye sure because anka nanado wode ne yire Rebecca beka ho together with bawumia yire de nko bi because Kennedy hu na anim anka no bubefu enti nanado ne yire bawumia ka ho Mr. Opon bio no masa akwa kokukuru kofuo ex-president Kufuor aka ho na omo nyina akọ Mr. President anim eye Honorable Ken anim say Mr. President wo mo ye wa wo nkrofo wa wo nuanom na esi awie ye pa wo chokotodwegu fom me ka bibia say Honorable nko ntumi empusu ni ti say no me na me ka kire mo
man ka sama no
difficult for Honorable Ken o ka be difficult for him. Say chop bi mu sa akọ masampa inform abobo mu din yakọ nanim say Mr. President ye ba bi hu na ne yakọ so se ni esa bia gu party nanim ase na party ne begu se ni Honorable ba kọ da adwen hu akasa mpo me ma ne mfa me so ne yankasa magu MPP me think be difficult for him adwuma no so be chichista criminals we mu edu omogum etime ene ma adwen nyama bebre hu na me hu se di Yankopon be ye bia ye de nyame beye bia ye Honorable o mu ade ni free nsem de ma ba wumia no a menya broken heart ofi ha no na Yankopon ni ne wo ye se wono no kodi party ni makaba wa miss ko be win over Mahama ba ne ye hu ni sese no anka ye hu me de masem bia e plen ka ye hu ne hu kina anka ne aka no no be ka so obo ho ban sanka o mu ntumi entoa so luti en share no ko be stop wo mu pasan ko be chichi nkrofo agu mu pa ka wachia enipa ba ku mienu bi me na me ka kire mu na nko ma fo mu ho edi se tam na Yankopon so mpe ne sa wo pese kro no nyina Ghana fo nsa kan ya de nyina wa ene video ya abrowana na ba so amu oyi kire yin ya na se omu ye school fo nkwala o so omu ye nipa ba yi omu na na musuo su yi abe enyamobo Ghana ye yes papa ye niam bebre wo mani ye nyina ye nim accident bebrebe akoso ye rules enye hwe hospitals schools hwe senye kromwa capital mu adane bola wonnam ayi ye kan sa ala adwo kwan no so won mo kwose kra che se gise wusi wo hwene ye hie sika pa se sika na nkrofo ye chichi wo mo na ye begige no ebetwa ye lot amagana na mibiza se say Honorable Ken ba yanka ne nkrofo awudifuo tirimodinfo akrofo yi ko betumi tu sa na mu ya na. That's my question.
Yo
enti abe
yo
me de manu beti me de me hu se de nyame be bia yesi wa manama obaya anka anka na shada the same thing shada kura wa campaign dey no kan was no de nya ne atwam ko na woda na ni akohwe na mum no obe move o man forward one the same thing ko nchi obi antum they say ye pe wo ma obi a obechichi sankrofo nyina aguma gie sika nyina ma efizi assets nyina wo ma asset gie sika man wo 34-year-old young lady 34 what me abo wukuna wono so 44 years hwe kro no amabo timodi monsa bo Ghana fo yes ye accounts mu 49 million no na mo judges almost 10 million patum na mo yi 39 million da kogu mo ankasa mo personal accounts mu adai ma ko 27 na wo oyarefa ho no mo no ba ko pebo no mo de to ho no se ba ko bo e na ko so sei times sa na o de to 200 something million one no times 27 nipa ba ko properties anya no nko anso a whole lot Adem bone ben. Antimede honorable na kuma pa ane na doye ne se ne otie no. Menyi ne se nko obetumi sa mpanyifo ambobo mu din kɔ nanim ene ne kokasa kokua mu a anko obetumi ato asa de no so wo kyeche wo no an nkrofo agum menye hye o.
Eno ye wo wadwen.
Mema dwen na meka no sentra me se meme de.
Okay.
Meme de sa na medwen. O ka se ora timi nko beti tim bi sa se hwehwehwe ne emem.
Na okasa oba wo yo hina be ka mempene a na so no osi krom so ade obaye a ode be chisa nkrofo na obaye eno abi na yewura ye nti ontimi mba meka se
nka wona bokan so yo hina wo ba wontie na sefui
ekuya jina enchana wo asa welu su hope dodo ntam dodo ade ani
da bi me hwese ne papa ne tie na koma tie na wontumi abe me ka no kora kyerɛw wontumi na humo bro no ye too much wontumi o me sink wontumi na yiri kora betu ne fosa wo de anya hwe wo mo no wa beka jama ne nka nya no mo papa ne kyewa anyway I know they make me to me cry family because now quite say our party nim enti say when we lose cry na say nipa wenya no omo ye campaign want to me try behind it was so helpful omo he did the right thing and the meti ase ba me catch you plain say oni sa akoma na nkobe cheche wono an nkrofo agum abe ma me fa wonsi why nyame kan ye nyina ho
yo
that's so bye
bye Danny Mens.
Uncle Abe, I stand on all previous protocols and I just want to proceed straight ahead. Number one, JCOP. That same mentality that some people are better than others, unfortunately, is still in the minds of people like JCOP. Just because somebody did not go to Oxford or Cambridge, right, doesn't mean that they are not educated and they are not elite. Granted, majority of NDC people went to Legon, University of Science and Technology, like local Ghana schools, does not make them inferior to the so-called acclaimed elitist party of the MPP. That aside, I don't just come to defend NDC. I'll give you a little background of myself. When I was on my debate team, I always the rebuttal person. So when people speak, I always come out to like give the other side, the other opinion. Like, are you looking at this side too? That's why it seems like you say that I'm always defending NDC. So if that is how you all see it, that's everybody's opinion. That's fine. But we have on record, just like Kwame Nkrumah persecuted some of his people, put them on jail and stuff like that. It is only President Mahama or NDC government that has ever done that. We heard of Rawlings slapping and beating his ministers because they did something wrong. This is a party that was built on probity, accountability, integrity, and all the BTTs. So for you today to sit back here and try to turn the table around, that like MPP are more credible than NDC. The records are there. Bill Parcell once says, you are what your record says you are. We have a situation whereby there is a lot of always people accusing and saying without tangible facts to substantiate it. It's also about, they say, but that's why I brought in that they say reference. And it's always like it comes from one side. We know Mahama time, his past time, that people that were associated with the party or his government, he allowed them to be tried by the due process. So do we have such comparison other than Abuga Pele, who was set up under Kufuor administration? He was set up, we all know that. I mean, not Abuga Pele, Malam Issa, who was set up.
Yeah, Malam Issa.
Set up has been proven today. Who has ever been tried or been, put into the due process of being accused of any crime under any MPP regime? So let them just don't come here and speak like, everybody is not well informed. You see, we always. All I'm saying is, we all love Ken. I love Ken. If you whether you like it or not, you can take it with a pinch of salt, however you want it. But the people that are surrounding the party, credibility matters. Are you going to tell me that Honorable Ken didn't know about all this rot going on, all this thing coming out, and he still went and stood on the platform and asked us Ghanaians to vote for the MPP? You see what I'm saying? Credibility matters. That is why you have, if you are dying for, if you are fighting a cause, you have to be prepared to die for that cause. If you want to be genuine, disassociate yourself from the people who are disingenuous. That's the only. I love Ken. I love his enthusiasm. I love his ideas. But I still have that problem. Like Mama Georgina just said, what would have Ken done to these people? Because he forgave them after all that they did to him, and when they stood on the platform to campaign for them. What would he have done if he has become the president? Would he be exposing and doing all these things that is going on now? So sometimes let's speak fast. It's unfortunate that we try to...
No, but Danny, Mens.
Yes, sir.
That argument is also arguable. We all know that in Ghana, it is a tall order for a third force to rise up to beat MPP NDC.
Okay.
Two parties that have built and established themselves. You are part of them and things are not moving on well. For you to go out and set yourself up that you are building your own self and come and clear these two parties away, it's not, easy deal. And Ken feels like no matter what, I will be in the party, because when he get a chance, his measures that he will put in place, like when Mahama came, if you listen to me clearly, Mahama, no matter what, was never 100%. He was never perfect. There were other question marks raised on him, but when he got the chance again, he said, this is not as business as usual, and this and that we are going to do. So if you are following Mahama and you do not listen to him, he will kick you off. He will set an example to the people. So Kennedy cannot just say the fact that the people are doing this, I should just leave the party and go and sit aside, when he believes that he can also be part of them and get the nod to lead and clear the mess up. You might not understand him, but any person, everybody will just sit back and just explain, or to his or her understanding, just give interpretation to what Kennedy did. It is not easy. So he's fighting because he's a founding member. It is not just easy, bro. So if you don't understand, it is when you go closer to me and talk to him, then you will understand why he did that. The fact that the people were corrupt, they were this, and he is part of the team, then you should leave the party for them. Once he knows that when he get the chance to lead, he can make difference by changing certain things that are making the people corrupt. Do you understand? So if you just...
You are taking my time from me.
No, I'm not. If you just judge that Kennedy, if Kennedy had gotten the opportunity because he joined the party, he couldn't have done it, it doesn't make it.
Yeah, but right now you are taking my time from me. You should.
I'll add up to you. I'll add up to you. Just I'll add up. So just talk. Yeah.
Yeah, so I understand what you are saying. So somebody from that perspective will also come and say that, okay, I'm going to ride on the back of the bad people to become, somebody, and then after that I'll turn my back on them. Do you think the bad people will allow you, after you've ridden on their back, to get there and then you're going to show them?
Oh, bro.
I'm not asking. Somebody may ask, Yeah, but aside from that, I don't even want to. My issue is not even with Ken. I don't have no issue with Ken's platform or anything. My issue is with the party MPP. So you notice that whenever I talk about Ken, I'm always suggesting things that Ken can do to improve his chances. I'm never fighting against Ken. I will never do that. I only ask the questions that are hard to ask by die-hard supporters. I only ask those questions because in the future, it's going to come up. You see, those are some of the things that will come up. Those are some of the questions that will be asked. So sometimes when I come in, that's what I do. But I have nothing against Ken. You see, Sembo, I want to meet Bisa, Papa, no, Mommy, Bisa. So as an admirer, I do ask those questions because they will be asked and they will be needed to be answered at some point in time. You see, that's why I bring such issue up. But for everybody to think that I only defending NDC is because the things that are being said is a lot of hearsay, which has been the modus operandi of the MPP. They always create falsehood, and then people believe it to be true. You know, like how many people until most recently wouldn't believe that Mahama had a house in Dubai? You know, so these are the things. They say a lot of things without substantial facts to back it. That is why I ask that, you know, if we have any one thing or two things that we know criminally that Abuakwa, whatever his name is, has committed, we don't have to be in power before we can charge him. Right now, they say that they've opened it for all, that we can, the MPPC, I mean, Mahama said, so if we know anything credible, whilst they are in power right now, we can bring it out. The means is there, and let's chastise them and get them out while they are there. We shouldn't wait till they leave. You know, that's what I'm saying. Let's be you know, material about the things that we talk. It's too much of the they say. It's too much, and that's where we are today. The same they say is what overthrew Nkrumah, because people believe in that they say. They say Kankanyami, and nobody saw Kankanyami, but it was made to be a factual thing. We turn speculations into facts. You know, so it's not like I'm just there defending MPP, NDC. I always come to say the other side of what people are not saying. Can you look at it this way too? Can you look at it that way too? That's all I'm here for. Because there are people like I mentioned, Nyaho Tamaklus. They have credibility. This is the time Honorable should be, you know, getting near those people that everybody know they have credibility. You know, to start building. Don't let's wait till we get to power and then start planning. The time is too short. To be successful, he has to use this time to be building credible teams that should he get a chance, you know, he's going to perform. Don't wait till you get there. Build the foundations, do all these things. That is all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for.
Okay.
All right? That's
all right.
I'm asking for. I don't hate any the hate even is a word is a too strong of a word to use. I don't dislike Honorable. I admire his passion. But everybody have flaws and weaknesses. Sometimes it's better to expose it before you get into the contest. It's better to expose it before you get into the contest because you'll be able to resolve that, and then, you know, your path is clear for you. But the MPP as a party, we don't know. A few I can bear with it. They've been built on lies and falsehood, and that needs to change. I mean, look at the fire that happened in Kumasi just recently. Look at the utterances of some people. Are we that naive? Are we that naive that, you know, fire broke down and then you blaming the president and all that stuff and talking about tribes? You know, what kind of thinking mindset is this? How are we going to develop as a country that we only think that some group of people should be the only people who should lead Ghana and they are the only people who have the brilliance to develop our country? It's not right. It's not right. Sorry for speaking too long today.
No, you're good. You're okay.
I'm at work, so let me get off the phone.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Thank you.
I'll continue listening.
All right. Yo, thank you. Eja kakari madwe.
Be mejozo.
Mpomu ya de.
Metia obebre Erade Adom.
Ya je osopa.
Kristo de ebedroni. Na ye nsada. Yetia etiefo. Etia ay Mama Georgina ne Mama Babs. Ene efiura ene edine ya na entanke kamenum bebre. So you see the Americans etia etiefo. Etia Danny Mens said your casa is here no sana ndin boa. Danny Mens me boa.
Yeah, Danny Mens.
Etia ono nso. Namitie na kakraba. I just want to ask a question. Sir Rollins our day probity and accountability. The party NDC, can Danny tell me when? And a woman Anna woman kasa woman slogan of probity and accountability. Has we ever witnessed that? Say ye bua konta did Rollins, with all the rhetorics and all the actions and everything that he did against the citizen of Ghana and against the land of Ghana, did he render any account, and to whom? Did the party, apart from Rollins, did the party ever ask Ghanaians that we are coming to give you accounts of our stewardship since 1992, since 1981, the P/NDC? You see, in politics, sometimes I don't want to use the word sensationalism and ignorance, but sometimes you are not a deity. Some of us were in school when Rollins came, and we knew what we went through. We knew how support we gave him, and we knew what he told us, and nothing was done. And yet, joke. Men defend the NPP, but lies in politics. Why a damn party in a buyer on Becatre say, so tuntuma kase fita, na who a fita so kase tuntum a damn party. I just want to know, say, Kufuor, Nemba, and Tafona on the Giselle, your friend, I'm saying, is it Giselle or Gisela? Yari, so say, then the Iraqi woman now over Florida, or yeah, Juma or consulate. I'm so Kufuor and I won't Tafo me, Where are the children? And also, MPP for Nakaya. Is it not the same NDC people that concocted that lies? Sasi kana na woman say a MPP a politicians or safuma for Nekufu money a day could be in a war. Dubai no accounts no. Mobile power the first umbusa woman there some na woman. Was it true? You see, politics, let us not throw dust, and I hated some because the crop of politicians we have at the helm of MPP right now, no. You are saying it with pain. But no cry, a woman said, NDC, if they are credible party, we wouldn't have been going through this problem that we are going through right now. Since 1981, if NDC really was a party that has ideas and they are the ones that love this country, the country Ghana, then I believe at least some things electricity, and at least we are improving on our unemployment. They empower a private sector and so many things. I had the same P/stroke NDC and Nkrumah factories are obey na womo toma womo cronies in womo. Are they not the same party? Oh, my no because of Nana Kufuor nene incompetence out there be the NDC MPP anymore and na emu atete a ama womo ananka womo wo man ho do mo pese womo ye bibi ate akwaetire na sabe womo a omo adwen no enye no na be di anima no na ma ye sofa nanka there's no way in hell. I can this year they were more beba. And then Yama NDC for Abeye heroes. How can Atai become a hero? Atai can never become a hero. Oh, we want the country to be in the right direction. And if Mahama is going to do it.
Oh, that Atai can become a hero.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Say, yeah, book could be a trend from grass to grace, from zero to hero. There are people who have done worse in life, but when they got change of mind, heart, attitude, God helped them and brought them back to themselves, and they made positive changes. And for that matter, you can become a hero no matter what sin you have committed. Because
religion.
No, but yeah, I'm call religion, but nipa to Mrs. Obia wabeye kromfo waji dimpa betimi abayen sakraya ye nneoma ebaburu nipa adwen ne ntias enya kromfo yi ni ena na wetimi aye saade wei ye mfa call religion wo de ma ye mfa call religion into case how can Atai become a hero? Atai can come from a prison and put Yamasuma aside.
I'm talking Atai as a politician, not Atai as a human that can change. I'm talking Atai as a politician. Oh, so what share? So you need a ampara. Anka. So there are a lot of people in NDC. There are a lot of people in there. There are a lot of people with experience and brains that can do the job. And to one more parliament, I did double salary. You can't want some political will anyway. Woman else will be this a fight corruption. What is the credibility? One more walk compare will be Amanabe. Na okoyi minister ni ebusa ne se ne sector no kra no explain kra wontimi we ye dipiaka enipa ye ni abrese ye oman no anka mode na mode buy ne hu se we more these are the new people, let us see the character in them. Na wo mo aba no wo mo enforce the laws and wo mo go after because wo mo hu ni fi. But the nipa where you or more yes, I know my way in our movie. What my new maybe a basa ye who or paying to where is the will to fight this? They are all friends anyway. Oh, on the Kennedy side, ye de say a man for so wakwa ye your friend is saying wakwa ye campaign into ye be na ye boyfriend. Listen. Your politics, so Obia, what not from her, acha where the politics no. In politics, no, won't look for enemies, so because the same people are going to vote for you. Things say as I said, now we say just like the way we are, and why you say into say no. Reagan, your friend is saying. Papa George H.W. Bush. At the end, some now, one can, that's material Reagan, chronic economic, a friend, a voodoo politics, but Papa Krabufuye. Oh, they call some of the campaigns that come out for Mobile. Why na kai Marco Rubio ne Trump in 2015? And the things that were said. Oh, there are so many nasty things that is said over here, but once they finish, they go. They make campaigns for themselves. Sometimes, they Barack Obama and Hillary, at the end, to the point to say, Bill Kojina, North Carolina, crack could make his statement to be, the whole blacks in the buff because there were a lot of racial undertones. They said they're not Trump here. in it. But in the end, Bara gave her, was part of his, your friend say, cabinet, as a, your friend is saying, Secretary of State. And also, the fact is, in fact, we were disappointed, and I'm still disappointed because we believe in the current crop of MP before our war. And if they will lose 30 times, I like it. I don't, and then I'm in my contact, and he's a strong. I told him, as I say, the current MPP leadership now. So you son and now a yene or da couldn't when you I didn't free one funny papa and mama sister one man. I care less about MPP. We don't care. Wow. But Sir Kennedy, a coach now, on the can't say that Kennedy has criticized his own party for all this while. Politician Ben Ogana with me, yes, sir. And then the same party now could defend it, and then the same party are rejoicing because Wababa, say, that is politics for you. But that does not mean that one a year. And no Kradianka, Okotina for flag bearership. I don't think it's a and to me. The Kakrana a penasem now, but it was a very good move. Or yes, or no campaign. And see, let us understand the game that they are, the game of politics. Because one more year, one more year west. One more year, they will go. Not that they like the person, no. But the game no sanity. It's now also the bar. A party no one bit with it. That's it. Jabe. Yo. About a religion, Mudi, I am you find no bit me abe. And mom no police attire as a politician. Pa, wo di domenim so massacre. Oh, yeah, major the bois.
All right, me that's it. Thank you. Yo. Ebusia ahana yedemu esi mama menso menkoda kakra na yame adoma na pa metimi asan aba yame nhira mu ina. Abena said, this is why I like the party MPP. They criticize their own party, whether good or bad. They don't sugarcoat anything. Collins Asante say, later Marco. Now Danaman say, but for Atamers been Asam Gwel Hani Asam Jehine. Oh, Atamers been Asam Jehine. Kufuor's administration would have been dirtier than Kufuor. The drugs alone. Kennedy will never die, despite all evils against him. Ghana first. Will you have as a cheddar for president? Thank you very much. It was there for my phone. What about late? Into Memphis. Yami Adom China. Yami Shamuna. Bye bye.